Ms. Hankins, who is this?
Matthew Lopez, he is my witness. He is now my roommate.
He's your witness to what?
Well, to an entire month in the apartment.
A what? Speak up.
He watched me in a fire damage, helped with the damage, and then also helped move me out.
Mm-hmm. What kind of premises did you rent to the plaintiff?
It's a small studio apartment that was attached to an extra building on our church property that we had remodeled just for her and her daughter.
How long do you know her?
At least 6+ years.
And when you say you remodeled a studio on church property, what do you have to do with the church property?
Our church, we have 70 acres of land, so we had an extra building that we used as a garage, also for our youth, a man cave, and so there was a section that we converted into a very nice studio apartment that I had planned to make that arrangement later when we were hoping to get a groundskeeper. It came up when Lisa was needing a place to stay.
How did you know she was needing a place to stay?
She was living with her parents, and she was complaining weekly to us about the conditions and the treatment that she was getting from her stepdad.
Do you know what she was doing for a living?
Working at Family Dollar.
Do you know what she was doing there?
She started out as a cashier clerk, and then since the last year or so, she was promoted to assistant manager.
When did she move into this studio that you renovated for her?
She would have moved in February of 2015.
And were you charging her rent?
Yes.
How much?
$500 a month.
Was she able to pay her rent?
No, she could not make a monthly payment, so the arrangement we had came to that when she got her tax check, she had $5,000 for 2015. So she gave the entire $5,000 and prepaid her rent for the first 10 months of the year, which allowed us to do the work to make the apartment livable. And so she gave the $5,000, we fixed it up, she moved in, she had no rent for 10 months. And then at the next year, February 2016, when she got her tax, she was to catch up what she was behind and pay as much in advance as she could for the next year.
So when did she give you the tax check?
Soon as
Month
she got
and year?
February 2015, and then again February 2016. And she paid in cash, Your Honor.
She paid what in cash?
Her rent, when she gave the $5,000, she gave $5,000 in cash.
And she did all of this because she didn't have money. She had herself and her daughter, so she didn't have money to pay you rent. So she waited to get her tax check, and she got her tax check, and she went to some sort of a bank and got cash to give to you.
To the church.
It gets better. This person who had no cash took out renter's insurance, had no money to pay her rent, paid renter's insurance, and lo and behold, there was some sort of fiery smoke that damaged a whole bunch of your property. And I want you to tell me when this fiery smoke was.
Well, I report...
Just a second.
Oh, go ahead.
Month and year.
It was reported to insurance December 15th of 2016.
Is when there was a fire. That's when your $5,000 rent ran out that you had prepaid the February before. So then you were up to January, right? And then you would have to have paid another $5,000, right? Because she wasn't paying any rent. She was just giving you every February $5,000 in cash when she got her tax refund. Is that right?
Correct.
Now, what I would like to see is when you first took out and paid for renter's insurance, month and year. Don't look confused. It's a very simple question. I want to see when you took out the rent insurance policy, because if somebody has renter's insurance and you've lived there for a couple of years, you would have taken the renter's insurance out for several years, right? So now I want to see the policy when it started.
Well? Mm-hmm. Okay, now I do not have the starting date of
well, we're going to get that.
Yes.
We're going to get the date that your policy started, the date that you applied for renter's insurance.
December.
Let's start with the year.
2016.
So you didn't have renter's insurance in 2015 when you lived there? No. You got renter's insurance in 2016.
Correct.
Right. Did you get it in the beginning of 2016 or the end of 2016?
Truly, it was probably in October when I changed insurance companies.
In October or November, right before this smoke damaged your property. Now, do you have an arson report?
No.
Do you have a fire damage report?
We brought in a restoration company which hired.
That's not what I'm asking you, sir. When you have a suspicious, because you don't know where it started, right?
Yes.
So you would have to call in the fire department and find out where all this started. Do you have a report?
My insurance company sent the fire inspector.
Listen to me. This is a world-class scam. If the insurance company paid you for any damage, I mean, you really have to be stupid, because I read this thing before I even looked at you folks and asked one question. I said to myself, I betcha this lady didn't have insurance until right before there was damage. That would be you.
That is correct.
Right. And here's a lady that didn't have money to pay rent. So what she did, according to this one, who was probably a co-conspirator in this whole thing, is she paid him in cash, allegedly, from her income tax return. So she's paid up for 2015. She's paid up for 2016. But in February of 2017, she has to give him another $5,000 or start paying rent. So you know what happened? She took out renter's insurance a month before she had thousands of dollars worth of smoke damage to her property. Does that sound right to you? No. Doesn't sound right to me. So we're going to find out exactly when you took out the renter's insurance. And I would like to see the reports that you filed with the insurance company.
Okay, I have all of these.
And how much money did you get?
There was 2 claims. The church has a policy that covers all of our property and our buildings. And so
But you didn't have any damage to the church.
Yes, ma'am.
Where?
The way the insurance company broke it up was her renters covered her furniture, her appliances, her dishes, her clothes, the structure policy.
And with just a second, with no report to a fire department, she had all that damage. And what did the church suffer? Sir, in what location did the church suffer damage?
In that location, that apartment.
Just a second. Only in her apartment?
Correct.
Not any place else?
Correct.
Yeah, good. Do me a favor. Go fight with each other someplace else. Not here. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. I think it's a huge scam.
Amen.
I'm not sure whether you were both involved in it, but I know the insurance company got taken for a ride, because how much money did they give you?
$12,000.
Gone. We're done. Ms. Pickrell, you rented a room in an apartment that was either owned or rented by the defendants. And it is your claim that it didn't work out, but it didn't work out in a sort of uncross your arms. It didn't work out in an almost unseemly way. And you were told to leave the apartment. You had already paid your rent for the month of May. Were the authorities called?
Yes, the authorities were called on the 23rd of May until the 27th of May, every day until I was forced out of the residence.
Okay. And what you want is you want your rent back because you had already paid June's rent?
Yes, correct.
And what was the rent they were charging you for the room?
$650 for the room.
When had you moved in? In what month?
I moved in March 1st, 2015.
So March was okay?
Yes, March was fine.
And then you moved your boyfriend in?
Yes, he is staying there.
But with their permission, they charged him an extra $100 a month for increased utilities.
Yes.
When did you move your boyfriend in?
He moved in towards the middle of March, and
then they accepted your rent for April.
yes.
Is it correct that you accepted her rent for April?
Yes.
That's either a yes or a no.
No,
He says yes, you say no. You want to discuss it with each other?
because she has the dates wrong. She moved in April, not March.
Could you please answer my question? Did she pay April's rent?
Yes.
Yes, she paid the first rent.
Did you?
That's the month she moved in.
I'm only going to listen to one of you. Who's
Okay.
going to tell me the truth? Figure it out.
Lorna, if you're getting the dates wrong, you can say yes.
She paid April's rent, which you accepted, $650.
Yes.
And she paid May's rent,
Yes.
$650.
Yes.
And did she pay April's rent by check or cash?
Check.
And did she pay May's rent by check or cash?
Check.
Check. And did she pay June's rent?
No.
You have check to show me for June?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it.
It was not a rent for the month. It was a deposit, security deposit. I clearly explained that to her from the beginning.
I don't care what you explained. I want to see the check.
Okay.
I have all three right here, Your Honor.
May I see them, please?
This does state that it was last month. I gave it.
Can I just see what you have? Perfect. Well, April 3rd, you have $500 for rent, okay? Then it went up to $650. Is that because the boyfriend moved in?
That's because I gave her the $150 in cash. I only have the check for the $500 for the last month.
Okay. So you have March 31st, and March 31st was for April?
Yes.
And then I have April 3rd. Why would you pay her March 31st and then April 3rd?
That was the security deposit.
I'm sorry.
It's because she wanted an additional $650 for her last month's rent in case anything was to come up, and that's that check.
Or for security. Doesn't
Yes.
make any difference. Perfect. And then I have on May 1st, but what I don't have is June. Where is June?
June is right.
You could either have June or you can have this as security deposit. Which was it? It can't be June.
Security deposit was not $650. She added $150, and that's what I did give her in cash. That's
fine.
rent.
But so you did not pay June's rent.
I did, and I wrote
Just-
last month's. In the memo, I wrote last month.
To me. Either you paid security or you paid last month's rent.
I paid last month's rent.
Okay, fine. You paid last month's rent when you first moved in. Is that what you're telling me? Is that how you evaluated it? That you paid last month's rent when you first moved in? You paid no security deposit.
I paid last month's rent in the middle, and that was April 3rd, because she wanted to bring that up in the middle.
You can't have it both ways. Either you paid last month's rent or you paid security deposit. Which one was it?
Last month's rent.
Fine. So there's no security deposit. Now, and you moved out in May. So you want your 1 month's rent back, which is $650.
Correct.
There's a claim here for filing a false restraining order against you. Is that correct?
Yes.
But you all went to mediation with regard to that. Am I also correct?
Yes.
And you resolved that case with a mediator. Is that also correct?
Yes.
So I'm not entertaining that unless they filed another restraining order against you. Did they?
No.
So that case is resolved. The next part of the case that I'm going to entertain is your property. Now, when you moved in, what property did you move in with?
I moved in a queen-size bed.
Okay.
Also-
Where is her bed?
Moved everything out.
She took it with her.
She took it with her.
everything with her.
How did she take it with her?
She was moving
had-
out for 2 days.
She had 2 days. She took
That's
2
not
days to
correct,
move all
Your
her
Honor.
stuff out.
Okay.
He helped her.
Which
I even
two-
helped her.
I have a video of them forcing me out, Your Honor, if I could play it.
Yeah, after her sister barged in her apartment
Absolutely. I would like to see
and
it.
broke
Thank you.
everything and beat him up.
Just a second. Listen to me. I don't see a counterclaim here. I'm going to look at the video. He says he helped her move. Just a second. Tell me on what date this video was taken.
This was May 27th, and this was around 8:30 p.m.
On what date do you claim you helped her move her stuff out?
What
I'm
day?
not talking to you. I'm talking to him. On what date do you claim you move her things out? What date?
I don't remember exactly.
I
but
want
the-
you to
the
remember
dates.
exactly. We're not talking about something that happened 20 years ago. On what date did you help her move her things out?
It was a
It was
year ago.
Last year. It was
Remember the day of the week, Marnie. Remember the day of the week.
was
Remember
a
what
Tuesday.
happened exactly.
it was a Tuesday. One second.
Okay, let's see.
Your Honor, I do have a receipt here. The police advised me to purchase a new doorknob with a lock.
Don't tell me what the police advised you. Okay.
Sorry.
Well, shortly after that you moved out. Did you move out that day?
That night, I was physically forced out.
Okay. Did you ever go back to the apartment?
I went back on May 29th with a police escort to retrieve my belongings, and they served me with a temporary restraining order and said the room was empty.
Okay, fine. Very good. Uncross your arms.
I'm not feeling good.
Okay, then you can sit down. On what day were you served a protective order?
It was like the following day after she left.
Do you remember the police coming back to your house with
Yeah,
her on the
she
20?
came- Yeah, she came. Sorry.
Do you remember the police coming back to your house with her?
Yes.
Do you remember the police going through the apartment and her room?
Yeah, they went in.
Easy to verify with the precinct. Was it before the police came or after the police left or while they were there that you helped her move out her bed? Look at me.
It was before.
It was before. So
Yeah,
it was,
those 2 days.
so it was between the 27th when that scuffle went on and she left the apartment and the 29th. So it had to be the 28th.
Yes.
It had to be the 28th that you say you were helpful with her and helped her move her property out. I just want to understand that that's what you're telling me. It's a good thing she sat down.
Yeah.
She would have been falling down. You see, if she was standing up next to you, then maybe you would have some support. So let me see what you want me to believe. You want me to believe that you had this sort of scuffle with her, that you filed a protective order against her because of this,
Yes.
so that she could not come back to the residence. But the next day, she came back to the residence on the 28th.
No, I'm sorry.
No. Sit. No.
You have
Sit.
not let us talk.
Did you hear what I said? I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3.
No, I'm sorry,
Out.
but you're not letting us
Out.
talk. This
Out.
is not even
Out.
what happened.
Out.
You got all the
Out.
You have
Out.
all the
Out.
dates
Out.
wrong, everything
Out.
wrong.
Out. You want to sit down and be quiet?
Okay, believe whatever
Good.
you want.
Perfect. Now, your answer, I'm not even dealing with her complaint. Your answer talks about all the dates, those 27th, 28th. So you want me to believe that after this kerfuffle, which occurred on the 27th of May, and the police came back on the 29th, I assume that you have a report that they went with you?
Yes.
May I see it? That in between those 2 days, you, being the nice guy that you are, helped her move her furniture out of the room.
28th.
That's what you want me to believe.
Yes. I helped her move her stuff. I never threw any of her stuff away.
You may not have. Now, Mr. Torres, whether the $650 was the last month's rent, which was June, or security deposit, you do not have a counterclaim, which means that there is no claim made by you that there was any damage caused by her to the house, to the apartment.
Yeah, we do. We got the evidence right here.
Just a second.
We got all the pictures.
Just a second. Hand down. I don't have a counterclaim, sir. I don't care what you have there. There is no counterclaim here for damage.
Well, what is a counterclaim?
We just wanted her out. We didn't want nothing
Listen
to
to
do
me.
with
We
her.
don't ever see her again.
We
Would
just
you
wanted
put her
out.
please?
Can I just
Put her
ask for
out.
5 minutes?
Put her out.
2 minutes.
Put
I
her
just
out.
want to say,
Put her out.
explain her
Put her
story
out.
for 2 minutes because I feel like you're
Out.
manipulating.
Out.
You're manipulating
Out.
the situation
Out.
with your questions.
Miss,
Out.
Come this way.
This is ridiculous.
You have no counterclaim for any damage, which you would have had to have served her to say she's not due back the $650, which we're claiming a security deposit because she caused damage to her room that we are going to be responsible for. You did not file that against her. Therefore, she's entitled to her rent/security deposit back because she lived there a certain amount of months.
She never
And
signed anything though. We had a verbal agreement where she had a cat that she didn't even have a pet deposit for.
Mr. Torres, listen to me carefully, sir. Counterclaim.
We're taking it out of her security.
You did not take it out of her security deposit because no court said you could take it out of her security deposit. That's what we're here for. And since you didn't file a counterclaim, she's entitled to her $650 back. Now the only thing that I have to determine is whether I believe she got all of her property back.
Your Honor.
What?
I do have a receipt that shows at 3:22 on May 27th, I purchased a whole new doorknob and lock.
I
So
don't
locked my
care. I told you
in.
before I don't care about the doorknob and lock. All I care about is the furniture. Now the question is, when you went to mediation on the protective order, did the mediator discuss your furniture?
No, they did not discuss my furniture. They said I should proceed with that in small claims court.
With regard to your furniture?
Yes, with my property.
Furniture. All I'm interested
Yes.
in is furniture.
Furniture, yes.
You left, your sister was there, there were certain things that were packed in her car. As far as I'm concerned, that's all I care. Your sister came over that
Yes.
night and packed things in her car, but she didn't
Right,
pack
yeah.
your bed in your car.
No.
Now, did you get your bed back?
No, I did not.
What other furniture didn't you get back?
It was my bed. I had this little desk, and also it wasn't furniture. The rest was just clothing and bathroom
Just the
belongings.
bed and the desk.
Yes.
Where'd you get the bed from?
I got the bed from a family friend. She gave me a bed, so I don't have a
And
receipt.
fine, and the desk?
A family friend, too.
Great. Okay, you owe us $650. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You had a sister. Your sister lived in California. You and your wife lived in Florida. Your sister became ill and she was diagnosed with cancer. You and your wife relocated from Florida. Are you retired?
No, not retired.
Did you get a new job in California?
My wife is a contractor, so we move around quite a bit.
So you came to California and you had another project
Correct.
in California. Okay. And how long was that project for?
It's ongoing still.
So you moved to California because you had a new project.
Correct.
Okay, well, then this is sort of misleading, Mr. Riley. I'll get to the whole thing. This is probably going to be more interesting than I even thought it was going to be. This is a situation. Your sister was sick in California. You came to California. You led me to believe in your complaint that you and your wife gave up your life in Florida to come to California to minister to your ill sister. That's what I get from. That's what I got from your complaint.
It's very much
now
true.
it appears that you have a contracting job, and even though your sister is no longer with us, that contracting job is ongoing because that's what you and your wife do. So it was probably a combination of both things. In any event, you came to California with your wife for a job, which you're still doing, and you're still living in California.
Yes.
Still living in California,
Still in
even though
California.
your sister's not here anymore.
Correct.
Right.
We're from California originally.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
I was just misled by the complaint. Maybe it was my own silly misreading
I'd
of
love
it.
to clarify if I could.
They saw
But
work here.
I didn't ask you a question.
Sorry. Sorry, Your Honor.
In any event, your sister was here. She came to live with you for a while. She was ill. She was getting treatment while you were in California. And you are her closest living relative.
Yes.
Closest biological living relative.
No. Physically close. Yes. Biologically, we have 6 siblings.
Oh, but she didn't live with any of the other siblings.
No, she lived by herself until she lived with us.
She was a single lady,
Correct.
no children.
Never married, no kids.
And the defendant is her cousin.
Correct.
So you took care of her, drove her to her doctor's appointments, did whatever had to be done. Sister
For
passes
months, I may add. For months.
Years. Months, years,
Just so you know.
whatever. For months. You did all of those things, and your sister unfortunately succumbed to cancer. She passed away, and when her will was read, to your surprise, you were not made beneficiary of any part of the estate. Her entire estate went to her cousin, Miss Wells, as the beneficiary, but your sister did a double whammy. She made you the trustee.
Correct.
Okay, and that, I assume, Mr. Riley, if you and I are being honest with each other, was both irritating to you and probably to your wife, who was very anxious to talk to me before.
No.
Yeah.
Not really.
Wasn't irritating.
It was irritating, but not for the reasons you say. It was not monetarily driven. I care for my sister. It was,
I understand.
It was a surprise. It's always just
It was
a surprise.
It was a surprise. In any event, there was ongoing acrimony between you and Miss Wells. That is clear from both your complaint and her answer. But this is what your complaint is about, because it's the only thing that your complaint can be about. You ultimately turned over the trust to Miss Wells because you didn't want to be involved in it anymore.
No, not
There
true.
had been-
Not true. She didn't like the way I was handling the trust, and she
Right. She
stripped
didn't
me of my
like as
trustee duties.
beneficiary the way you were handling the trust. And she said in her mind you were dissipating the trust. And since she was the beneficiary of the trust and a together person, she said, I can take care of this myself and I'll spend the money differently.
With 3 different attorneys, by the way.
Doesn't matter.
6 months.
Doesn't matter.
That's me.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Do you see? What you're doing now is demonstrating just how irritated you
I'm
still
sorry.
are.
I get emotional about my sister's death still. I'm sorry.
Well, this isn't about your sister's death. This is about money.
Okay.
If you were emotional about your sister's death, then you would have said, you know, my sister died. She knew how she felt. It was her money. She felt, for whatever reason, either close to Miss Wells or she felt that Miss Wells needed the money more than you did, that you and your wife were doing okay. For whatever reason, it was her money. That's what she decided to do with it. So
Absolutely.
when people pass away, whether it be a parent or a grandparent or whatever, and you as a relative don't think that you're getting the appropriate love from the deceased by way of monetary reward, it's irritating. Happens all the time, and you're not unusual for that.
But that's
But
not
this
me.
is what you're not unusual for that. But this is what your case is about.
It's not.
After
Sorry.
Miss Wells took over the trust and finally got into the condo that was very much in dispute, she found that there were certain things missing from the condo. And as a result of that, she notified the insurance company because evidently your sister had homeowners insurance. She found laptop missing. She found someone had purposely damaged a sleep member
I really want to speak to that if you let me.
Just a second. No. Whatever it is, she found certain things missing in her mind. And she made a complaint to the insurance company, filed a claim with the insurance company, who did it, as they have to, an investigation before they pay out a complaint. And when you call the adjuster who is going to examine your complaint, what she did, and I assume she did make a police report.
Yes, indeed. Name me as culprit.
Okay. Can I see a copy of that police report?
No, because I don't have a copy. Do you have a copy?
I do have a copy.
May I see it?
You were denied a copy?
I was denied a copy because I was the culprit.
Put her out. She's annoying me. She doesn't learn. Not a free-for-all. It's an out.
Come on.
Oh, I beg
It's
your
an
pardon.
outie.
Pardon me. Thank you.
No, you can stay.
Thank you. Sorry, Your Honor.
Forgive me, Your Honor. It's very difficult to find, but I do have it. Here it is.
Give it to Officer Byrd, please.
May I ask what date that was filed?
Okay. So what she says in this Sheriff's Department report, have you seen it?
I have not.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you what it says.
I appreciate that.
It says she inherited the apartment from her cousin who passed away. Prior to moving in, she says where she lived, and she had seen photos of the apartment, she the defendant, and its contents, and through email exchanges prior to her cousin's passing away. On May 26, 2016, Anna moved to the apartment.
Sorry, when?
She looked around on May 26, 2016.
Your Honor,
That's what
may I
it-
correct that? I didn't move
Just,
there. I was only
I'm reading,
walking.
listen to me, don't correct anything. I'm reading to him what the police report says.
Yes.
If it said something and it wasn't accurate, you should have corrected it at the time.
Oh, yes.
On May 26, 2016, Anna moved to the apartment. She looked around and inventoried the items in the apartment. She saw items were missing from the apartment that she had previously seen in photos. She believes another cousin of hers, Thomas Riley, who had access to the apartment prior to Anna's arrival, entered and damaged the mattress on the bed by cutting out a portion of it with an unknown object.
She's lying.
She also believes he took various other items from the apartment. She does not know for certain if Thomas took the items or damaged the mattress, but she stated she was in a battle with Thomas over being appointed trustee of her cousin's estate. Anna did not desire prosecution and did not want Thomas contacted over the matter. She stated Thomas is emotionally unstable and did not want to aggravate him.
Right.
Anna wanted the matter documented for insurance purposes.
If I may.
You don't have to. I'm formulating a picture. Do you understand?
I understand.
And as very often happens in a legal landscape, the landscape is changing, Mr. Riley.
True.
And it's changing in your favor, sir.
Okay.
Now you got a windfall. You inherited this apartment and whatever money was left in the estate, if there was any. If it had happened to me, I wouldn't have looked at draperies, 2 sets, 92 inches, $650. Sleep number bed, king size, model 1, $6,000. Moen brand shower heads, $2,000. A Galaxy Pro Tab. Dishes, $350. Bissell Pro Heat Steam for the floor. White bleach cruiser bicycle. A purse for $1,000. How much in total did you get from the insurance company?
$16,000, Your Honor. I have.
Just a second. $16,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
None of which, actually, you paid for.
Correct. Yes.
All of which your cousin paid for.
Yes, correct.
Yes, correct. And the single most expensive item was a Sleep Number bed.
Correct.
And you gained access to the apartment in May of 2016. I said gained access to the apartment. That's what it says in the police report. It says Anna moved to the apartment.
Your
What?
Honor, was the first time I was ever at the apartment.
June?
June 24th.
June 24th. This is my problem with you. Yeah.
Yes.
You're getting ready for the problem.
No, I can explain.
No,
the
you
dates.
can't. There is no way you can explain it to me. Because if I came in and I found all of those things missing and found the $6,000 bed destroyed, I would have made a police report that day.
Your Honor,
Just a second. I would have made a police report that day. You made a police report 2 months later and were very, very clear that you were making the police report for insurance purposes only. Made it very clear to the police.
Your Honor, I can explain the dates. I didn't understand that I had to make the report from that location. I left because I had appointments and I
How
was
old are you?
working full-time.
How old are you?
Well, hate to say,
Listen,
I'm old enough. I'm old enough.
Nothing that you can say to me, Zippo, that you can say to me after being involved with him for an extended period of time in a contentious situation, that if you walked into the apartment and you found somebody had taken a knife to a $6,000 bed, that you wouldn't have called the police right away. Right away.
I called my attorney. Actually, I was on the phone with my attorney, and she told me.
Don't tell
take
me
a
what
picture.
she told you. Listen to me. I'm not interested in what she told you. That's hearsay. There is no way that you would not have made a police report. Now, what is his case about? His case is about the following. As a result of you making this statement, and in order to clear his name with the insurance company, because the insurance company paid you.
Yes.
You wanted to collect from me.
That's why you hired the attorney. I understand. I said the landscape
Your
is
Honor?
changing. The landscape is changing. Do you understand?
I do. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, the insurance company told me to take my time in making the report.
Just a second. Just a second. Don't tell me what the insurance company told you. That's hearsay. Second,
Yes.
because I heard you, I don't believe you.
No, I had to investigate and get all of the pictures.
I don't believe you. Let's be clear.
Okay.
I don't believe you. So you paid
$800
for legal fees. You have a copy of the bill.
I do.
I'd like to take a look
Your
at
Honor,
it.
I have pictures to show the
Speak not.
condo.
Speak not. Police report. The day you found it. Not interested in your pictures. Not interested in your request for $2,000 more
When I
for
called
the
the
deductible.
department.
Not interested.
Okay.
Did you sell the condo?
Yes, I had to.
Don't tell me had to. Did you sell the condo?
I sold the condo, yes.
Okay, let's see. You sold the condo for how much?
4075.
407.
The net was 120.
So you got 100. Shh.
Yes.
Don't speak. You got $120,000.
Yes. And I had
just-
to that point, I had paid $75,000 in mortgage fees, HOA fees, late fees,
Great.
interest,
so you still are
insurance,
$75,000.
utilities.
Hey, you're still $75,000 in the plus column,
Yes.
plus $16,000 from insurance.
Yes.
I know exactly what happened. $800. Judgment for the plaintiff. Your counterclaim is dismissed. We're done.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Campos, what do you do for a living?
I'm a lawyer,
Where?
San Antonio, Texas. Hope you don't use that against me.
No, I'm going to hold your lawsuit against you because it's stupid.
Well, to me, it's personal, and if you got a bad haircut, I'm sure you would be happy.
It's stupid. Your lawsuit's stupid. And I actually am surprised. I didn't know what you did for a living, so I'm actually surprised that you acknowledged that you were a lawyer. I would have thought that a lawyer had more respect for courts than to bring this kind of lawsuit, which I'm going to outline very briefly. You went to the defendant to have your hair cut. Whatever hair you have left, you wanted to have cut. And she cut your hair too short, so you're suing her for $5,000. Now, that's a ridiculous lawsuit. It's a ridiculous waste of judicial time. Only thing is, this is a television courtroom, so we actually have fun doing sometimes ridiculous cases, which I'm sure is the reason you came here.
Well, no, in America, we entitle
No,
different
just a
opinions.
second. Listen to me. Mr. Campos, this is not an audition, and I've already got the job. Got it?
Got it.
Did you pay for the haircut?
Yes, I did.
How much did you pay for the hair?
$10.
And when you paid the $10, she had already cut your hair.
Yes, she'd shaved my head.
Just a second. She had already cut your hair.
Yes.
And when did you get this short haircut?
It was a couple of days before Christmas, about December 21st.
And right now we're 3 months later, and is this the usual length of your hair?
Yes, it is. Shaved my head.
Great. Now you're going to show me a picture of what your head looked like after the defendant cut your hair. Okay. She gave you a very short haircut. It's not shaven, but it's very, very short.
It wasn't a haircut, it was a shave.
Impossible. Did you use a razor on his head? No, of course not. That's not a razor.
And ma'am,
Sam Jackson's hair is cut with a razor.
No, ma'am.
No.
I didn't accuse her of using
Just
a razor.
listen
I
to
did an
me.
electric Shaver's what she used.
Right. That's fine.
Your Honor.
Okay, just a second. Okay. Not necessary. And it took probably about 3 weeks for your hair to grow out.
Your opinion, I don't know, maybe a month.
Whatever. It took a month for your hair to grow out. And were you working during that time, Mr. Campos?
No,
That's just a second. Were you working? That's a yes or a no during that month.
Well, I'm self-employed, so some
Just
days
a
I work,
second.
some days I don't. Yes,
So
I was working.
The answer was you were working, and you didn't work over the Christmas holidays.
I wasn't
so
claiming lost wages.
Mr. Campos, it's not an audition, sir.
I'm not
I don't think you're
auditioning, I'm
cute.
just
I don't
responding
think-
to what you
I don't
say.
think you're cute.
I'm not trying to be cute.
Great.
You're
Good.
trying to be cute.
Good.
You are cute.
Mr. Campos, you are absolutely correct. That's why I have the job, and you get $10, and that's the judgment of the court. Goodbye.
You
We're
don't want to hear
done.
the facts?
We're done. Ms. Griffin, it is your claim that the defendant who you had hired on several occasions to do hair straightening for you straightened your hair the last time, and as a result of straightening your hair, you lost some hair, and you want to be compensated for that to the tune of $5,000. She says that she used the same product on you each of the 3 times you came to her salon, that the reason, in all probability, that you suffered hair loss is that you had your hair braided in between the second and third treatment that you had. And she has indicated that she has proof that you had hair braiding done between those 2 times, probably why you suffered hair loss. I assume that neither of you have a doctor or an expert here. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, the first time you went to the defendant's salon was on what date to have hair straightened?
Approximately June the 23rd.
Of what year?
2016.
And when was the second time?
August 17th.
How long have you been going to her salon?
Since June of 20.
In June of 2016, was that the first time you had your hair straightened?
Approximately for 3 years prior to that.
So you had your hair straightened 3 years before?
Yes.
At what salon?
Her salon.
How many times?
Maybe 10.
And then you stopped for 3 years?
Yes.
Why?
Her prices were high, and I wanted to go natural.
But then you went back?
Yes.
Because for the 10 times she had done it, you were satisfied?
Yes.
When was the third time you had it done?
Approximately October the 20th.
Between June 21st and October 20th, did you have your hair braided?
No.
Did you have any other process done to your hair?
Shampoo and wash only.
Where?
At Plaza Salon.
When was that?
Approximately September the 4th, I did the first roller set.
So it wasn't just a shampoo. You had your hair set
with rollers.
Shampooed and set. Mm-hmm. And when was the next time you had your hair shampooed and set at the Plaza Salon?
Approximately November the 5th.
And when for the first time did you complain to the defendant that you were having trouble with hair loss? On what date?
Approximately December the 18th to the 20th, somewhere around there of 2016.
So let me understand this. You had your hair relaxed for the third and final time.
Yes.
October 20th, October to November, November to December. So 2 months later was the first time that you complained to her that you were having hair loss problems.
That's when I called her because of the way. Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
And in between that time, you went to another salon.
Early part of November.
Did you go back, just for my own curiosity, did you go back to the other salon after November 5th?
No.
Why not?
I usually go to the salon when I have something major going on. I had a baby shower that weekend. That's why I went and got the roller set. After that, I didn't have any major engagements to go to. So I put it in a ponytail, and that's how I wore it for up until I started coming out really bad. I couldn't tell how it was coming out because it was in a ponytail. And when I combed it, I could just see hair coming out.
What else do you have to tell me?
That the product that she used, she stated I only had to have a relaxer every 2 months. But the last relaxer in October that she gave me was different. The way she put it in my hair, she kept combing it, asking me, was it burning? And she never did that the prior 2 times. And the hair started coming out because I needed to have a relaxer before the 2 months. I needed it within 4 to 6 weeks, not the 2 months, because it was different.
You have no case. You have no case.
Okay.
This is what I'm getting. You went to the defendant 10 times and you were satisfied. Then you stopped. You didn't go back for 3 years. Then you went back in June. You were perfectly satisfied. You went back in August. You were perfectly satisfied. You went back in October. You were perfectly satisfied. In between those dates, you went to another salon and had other work done on your hair.
No chemical.
Yep. I don't care whether they were chemicals or not, but for 2 months. 2 months. I mean, if you were talking about, and I have never had my hair relaxed. I never had any reason to do that. But I know what having a perm is, because we used to get those as kids. We used to give each other perms, and there were times when I got them. So that's a chemical that you put on your hair, very similar to a relaxer. It just goes the other way. One makes it curly, one makes it straight. If your hair gets burnt and your scalp gets burnt, you know it right away, not 2 months later. Somebody puts something on your scalp to relax your hair or to curl your hair and it burns. You know it burns right away. The same way color burns. If someone puts color on your hair and you're allergic to that color, you're going to know it right away, not 2 months later. Unless you have an expert witness to testify that it could take 2 months to show hair loss from a chemical burn. That's what we're talking about.
It didn't take 2 months. It took that for all of my hair to come out. It was coming out as the time went on.
You took 2 months because that's the first time you called her. And she would have to be a psychic to know that you were having hair trouble before you called her. To me, if I went in to have a perm or color and my hair was burned, I would call the next day and I would say, gee, my scalp is burning, it's itching, it's on fire, something is wrong that you put on my hair. But you didn't have any of that. And you went and had your hair shampooed and rollered without any complaint. So you have no case. Now, on the flip side of that, you have a counterclaim.
I do.
And I'd like to see what the counterclaim is. You say that she slandered your business.
She's been slandering me. I am a master educator, stylist, also.
I want to see physically what you are complaining about.
Okay. Well,
what
here's
she
a letter
said
from PBS. She's just going around the city. Just,
well, I don't.
It stops sales and business.
Well, I don't know that. And you have no evidence of any. I just would like to see it. What is this?
Well, he is the owner of the salon. So when he got the information.
Listen to me.
From other.
This is hearsay. It's not admissible. You want to show me slander? You show me something that she wrote, someplace that she published something that was untrue about you. I'll be more than happy to see it.
She blocked me from her Facebook.
Well, then I can't help you, Miss Childers.
Well, that's it. She's been slandering my name. I don't
know
it.
that.
I know. I understand what you're saying.
You know, just because you say it doesn't make it true. Just because she says that
so
you burned her, it doesn't make it true. What? Tell me your name.
Marie Adams.
Miss Adams, how do you know her?
I've been getting my hair done by Cola since 2006.
Okay. And do you know Miss Griffin?
No, I don't.
Have you ever met her before today?
No, I haven't.
What is she going to testify to? She's never met her and she doesn't know her.
It's all over that Diane.
We're done. You need proof. You need a witness that heard her say something. You need something that she published for people to read. This is hearsay. This is from somebody who you could have brought instead of her, right?
It couldn't come.
I guess so. Okay, we're done. Thank you. You have no case against her, madam, because you have no proof that anything that she did to you caused your hair loss. None. And she doesn't have any proof of slander, although in all probability you've been going around telling people that your hair came out because of something she did, but she had no proof of that. Okay, wait. Thank you. Now, when you lived together for these 18 months, when he moved in, how old was the child that you have together?
She was not born yet. She was born.
So you conceived that child during the 18-month period?
That is correct.
Which means that you lived together as a couple.
Correct.
I'm not interested in his piece of the rent. Do you understand? Do we have anything else? Late fees for what?
It was a debit card that I had that was blocked, and I had to have it reordered due to the fact that someone was calling in using my information, including my PIN number.
What month?
The later month of July, early August.
That was after you had already broken up?
Yes.
Okay, did you do that?
No, ma'am.
So you didn't use her credit card after the two of you split up?
No, I had no access to it.
Okay, prove it to me, Miss Hazel. Prove to me that he used your credit card, your debit card, after the two of you broke up. I don't care what happened before. You were living as a family. After you broke up, after July.
After July, the only thing that I have is showing that my particular debit card was compromised.
I need proof that he did it. He says he didn't.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so you have no case. So your case is dismissed. Now he has a counterclaim. He has a counterclaim for an unpaid loan. Now let's deal with an unpaid loan. This is what I'm getting from your papers, Mr. Holliday.
Yes, ma'am.
Of an unpaid loan. You borrowed money from your aunt.
Yes, ma'am.
And gave that money to the plaintiff because there were outstanding bills.
Well, it was at the time that when they was going to court because the landlord was subleasing it out.
Listen to me. Was that while you were still living together?
No, ma'am.
It was not. You had already moved out.
No, it was actually on the tail end of it, right before she...
Just to answer my question, sir.
No, ma'am.
Were you still living together when you gave her the $1,000?
No, ma'am.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Then I want you to tell me about this $1,000. He's out of the house. You say, I kicked him out of the house in July.
Yes.
Okay. So?
Okay.
You gave her $1,000?
So, Your Honor, basically what was going on is I needed help. I just basically needed him to, I asked him to pray for me at first.
Just a second. You said in your complaint that you kicked him out of the house in July because you had enough of him, you had enough of, he finally got a job, they garnished his wages for child support because he had a child support order that he wasn't paying, so they garnished his wages. According to your complaint, I'm going to read it to you. When they became a source of conflict in our relationship, he wasn't contributing. I finally had enough and told him he needed to pay all the rent he owed me or get out. He accused me of cheating on him. That was the last straw. I kicked him out of the apartment.
Correct.
How come he gave you money?
Due to the fact that we have a daughter together, and he actually moved back in with his parents. So he couldn't help as far as making sure that our daughter had a shelter. So I'm the only one that could be able to provide our daughter with a shelter. So to help out with what was going on, he actually ended up giving me $1,000 in which I used towards the rent to be able to remain in the home that I'm currently living at.
Do you work?
I am an
The answer is
entrepreneur.
yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
In
July.
July. Tell me about it. That's your counterclaim.
Basically, she
Not basically. I don't want
She was telling me that far as with the landlord subleasing it out to her and the main landlord came up to an agreement where her and the kids can stay there. She didn't have the money at the time, so I borrowed the money from my aunt and made sure they had a roof over their head. No, I just wanted one. The one that I asked for. Because one of the TVs I bought was for her daughter.
Good. And
she just all of a sudden, she just stopped talking to me, period. Didn't want to socialize with me.
I don't want, okay, now I got it.
Right.
Okay, well, good. So you gave her $1,000. Pay your aunt back. What's next? You want your 2 TVs back?
No, I just wanted one. The one that I asked for. Because one of the TVs I bought was for her daughter.
As a gift?
Yes, ma'am.
And the other one?
It was mine. It was in our room.
Who purchased it?
I did.
With what money?
When I was in a car accident.
What do you mean you were in a car?
I was in a car accident one day going to work, and my settlement ended up coming through when I was out of work. I ended up buying a television for the room.
Do you still have the television?
Yes, I do have that television. It's my television.
Good. Who paid for it?
Mr. Holliday paid for it.
Good. Within 5 days, you'll have an order that you can retrieve your TV. Are we finished here? Good. Thank you very much. We're done. Ms. Sonkrantz, this used to be your boyfriend. It's not your boyfriend anymore. While he was your boyfriend, the two of you went on holiday together, decided to get matching tattoos. He didn't have any money. You laid out the money for his tattoo.
Yes.
Sometime way after that, he used your credit card to purchase furniture. So there was a loan for furniture for his apartment.
Yes.
He still hadn't paid you for the tattoo, right?
Correct.
Forget about the tattoo. Do you still have the tattoo?
Yes.
Do you still have the tattoo?
Yes, but it's covered.
But what?
It's covered.
It's covered with what?
Writing.
What did it say?
It was a K with the heart, like a king.
It's what?
K with the heart.
With a K with a heart. Is that your name?
No, it was king and then mine was queen.
I really have to get my hearing checked. I swear. God, everybody better go to articulation classes.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, now, you moved into an apartment, you didn't have any furniture. And how did you get furniture?
Correct.
And what did she say?
Miss Sonkrantz offered to get, she knew that I didn't have any furniture, so we went to the furniture store and she helped me pick it out, basically.
Okay, great. And do you remember how much it was?
Not off the top of my head, no.
But you were making payments on it.
Not really.
You never made any payments on it?
No.
Never?
No.
Really? When was it purchased? In what month?
I would say September-ish, yeah.
And it was bought on credit?
Yes.
How much was it?
It was $2,235.54.
What kind of work were you doing, Mr. Nichols?
Worked in a factory. I was a machine operator.
Still there?
No.
What are you doing now?
Right now, I'm currently looking for a job.
So you don't have a job?
No.
And what kind of furniture did she buy you?
It was a Serta mattress, king size, and the bed frame, and the TV.
And you have a new girlfriend?
Yes.
Do you watch the TV with your new girlfriend?
Yes.
And you sleep on the mattress and the frame?
Yes.
You think it's right that the plaintiff pay for that?
I mean, it was a gift.
It might have been. I'm just asking if you think it's right that she pay for it. Now, Miss Sonkrant.
Yes.
When did you and Mr. Nichols break up?
In the beginning of December.
When was the first payment due on the furniture?
What would have been September? October 24th.
Who made that payment?
He made that payment.
Show me.
I only have the bills. I don't have it showing that he paid, but I have evidence of him saying that he was paying me.
I would like to see that.
All these.
Isn't it nice I got rid of the new girlfriend? Just in case you think I'm going to be exceedingly hard on him, I just want you to read some of these emails back and forth.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me whether, based upon these emails, you would buy U.S. savings bonds.
Do they still sell those?
If you have confidence in the country. You told her you were going to pay her for the furniture. Unfortunately, your choice of language was such that the camera operator here can't take a picture of it because you only know how to express yourself using four-letter expletives.
I don't believe, did I say that I paid her? I told her I was going to pay for it.
Would you show Shakespeare, please, the emails? In the emails is where you told her.
Yeah, man.
Now you see where you told her you were going to pay her?
Yes, I remember those conversations.
Good. $2,235. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done. How old are you, Miss Telly?
19.
Do you work or go to school?
Both.
Where do you go to school?
Mesa Community College.
Full-time?
Part-time.
And what kind of work do you do?
I work at Starbucks.
Do you live at home or you have?
At home, yes.
And Miss Lewis, you have a daughter, and your daughter and Miss Tully were friends.
Yes, ma'am.
And they had been friends for a long time.
Couple of years.
And she had accompanied you on family vacations before?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times?
This would have been the fourth, so 3 prior to this trip.
And she always paid for her own airfare?
When we flew, correct. Minus one time. I did pay for it one time.
When did you pay for that?
I believe it was a trip to New York.
From where?
Chandler, Arizona. But we fly out of Phoenix Sky
So
Harbor.
it was a long flight.
Yes, ma'am.
Where else did you go with Miss Tully?
California, Your Honor, twice. And then
When you went to California, where did you stay?
Huntington Beach at a condo that I rented.
She paid her own airfare?
There was no airfare. We drove. And I did pay for the gas.
Yes, you have other children other than this daughter?
I do. I have a son.
And did he accompany you on the trip?
He did.
Ever have any difficulty with her before, with expense money, anything else that would have given you cause to pause about inviting
No.
her again?
No.
Okay. This case is about a trip that you all took, a family trip that you took to Hawaii, and Miss Tully was invited to go along. The arrangement was, according to you, that she would take care of her own airfare, which she did, correct? Did you book the tickets?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
And you paid for the tickets on your credit card?
Yes, Your Honor.
And she gave you money in cash to cover her ticket?
Yes. Her mother and father did.
You rented a hotel while you were in Hawaii?
Condominium.
Condo. How many bedrooms?
1.
And where did Miss Tully and your daughter sleep?
On the pull-out couch.
So they slept together. So
Yes.
she didn't have her own room, so she...
As well as another friend.
So there was no additional expense
Correct.
with that. And food, how was that covered?
She was supposed to cover her own food.
Okay. And you brought money with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money did you bring?
About $300.
How long were you going to be away for?
I believe it was 7 days, but we got stuck for an extra day, I believe.
Got stuck because of air?
Yeah, there was something with the weather flying out of Los Angeles, so we couldn't fly out from Hawaii to Los Angeles to get home.
Is that correct?
No, Your Honor. The trip was a 10-day trip, the 22nd through the 1st, and we did get stuck for 2 extra days, about a day and a half, so it became an 11-and-a-half-day trip.
Now, this lawsuit is all about the fact that your daughter and Miss Tully had a fight, an argument, kids falling out. When did you have that argument?
I believe it was in September.
September of last year.
Yes, Your Honor.
And when was the trip to Hawaii? In what month?
June.
When did it end?
July.
What was the argument about?
I did not want to be friends with
Why?
her daughter anymore.
Why?
Because I did not like the way that I was treated around them.
Like what? What do you mean?
There were just comments that were constantly made about the way that I lived my life and my family and the money that my mother earned, and I just did not want to be a part of it anymore.
And you told, what's Miss Lewis's daughter's name?
Bree.
When did you have this discussion with her that you didn't want to be friends anymore?
I did not have a discussion with her. I unfollowed her on social media.
That must have been after something happened, Miss Tully.
I just decided that I didn't want to be friends with her. She went away to college and I stayed home for college. We didn't have any contact. We didn't talk.
What happened after you came back from Hawaii?
We talked maybe once or twice because I went out of town with my grandparents and stayed with them for about 3 or 4 weeks and then returned home for school.
During that 3 or 4 week period, did either Miss Lewis or Bree contact you about any money that you owed them?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. What happened after you came back from Hawaii?
We talked maybe once or twice because I went out of town with my grandparents and stayed with them for about 3 or 4 weeks and then returned home for school.
During that 3 or 4 week period, did either Miss Lewis or Bree contact you about any money that you owed them?
No, Your Honor.
On what date did you unfriend her daughter?
I do not remember the exact date.
You remember the month?
I believe it was September. It could have been October, though. I'm not 100% sure, though.
Do you remember?
Yeah, it was in September. September 28th, I believe.
So now I'd like you to tell me, Miss Lewis, what you're suing her for is $375 because you say you went to some events while you were in Hawaii that you purchased tickets for some, I don't know, dolphin shows or whatever else you paid for, and she was supposed to pay you back. I want you to show me when the first time was that you requested the return of this money.
I did not request the return of the money first. Irene contacted me because we had already made a discussion about the money and her paying me back, and she did let me know that she was going to Rhode Island with her family, so she wouldn't be able to start working again until she got home. Therefore, she couldn't start making payments until she was working, and I understood that.
Was that in a phone conversation?
A text conversation, correct.
I'd like to see that.
Yes, ma'am.
That makes it easy. Oh.
Is that not what I'm supposed to do? Yeah. She told me to earlier. Sorry. I apologize.
That's okay.
Well, you clearly knew before you went to Rhode Island that you owed her some money, because that's what it says here.
Okay.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I didn't. Okay. So we were supposed to go to Hawaii, and I was told.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Okay.
You clearly knew based on this text, hey, I'm heading home from Rhode Island today, so can you send me what I owe you from Hawaii? That's what you wrote to her on Sunday, July 31st.
Okay.
So you clearly knew that you owed her some money. And at some point, she responds on August 10th, I added it together and it was $375. And then you ask her for a breakdown. She gave you a breakdown. And some of it looks legitimate, and some of it I can see why you might question.
Okay.
Did you go to a snorkel trip in a luau?
Your
Okay,
Honor.
so that's $125. You don't dispute that. She paid for it, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you did go to see the sea lions.
Yes, Your Honor.
And she paid for that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm taking off $20 for food because that's ridiculous. What's a $25 baggage fee?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. I paid for my baggage.
Okay. What's the $25 baggage fee?
Ma'am, she paid for her baggage one way, not the other way. She couldn't afford it, so she asked me if I'd add it to her total, and I agreed to.
Do you recall that?
I do not, Your Honor.
Well, she does. And what is $25 Yard House? What is that?
She was supposed to pay for her own food at meals out. I did try to make it easier on her because she was the only one that was struggling financially, so I went ahead and bought a lot of groceries at the grocery store and cooked many meals in the condo to save money.
So what is Yard House?
It's a restaurant.
Do you remember the Yard House?
Yes, Your Honor. I remember going to dinner there.
Okay. And did the plaintiff pay for that dinner?
Yes, Your Honor, but my meal was not $25.
I don't know what it was. $250. Okay, so you acknowledge that there were certain expenses that you had, and I've taken some off that I actually can't justify. But that's still $250.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay?
Okay.
Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done. Mr. Hazelton, the defendant is your mother, and it is your claim that she had you falsely arrested a little over a year ago for both stealing her property and for assaulting your sister, who tried to intervene and prevent you from taking her television. That's what the case is about. You spent, according to you, 6 days in jail. You finally bailed yourself out, and you want to be compensated for that. That's
That
what
is
the case
correct,
is
Your
about.
Honor.
Prior to being arrested last year, when you were arrested on your mother's complaint, how many times had you been arrested before?
A bunch.
How many? More than a dozen?
I could say yes.
And were those, at least some of those arrests, drug-related?
No.
Were they alcohol-related?
No.
Were they physically related? Were they assault cases?
Some. But what does that got to pertain to this case?
Everything pertains to this case. Was some of them involving theft?
No.
Was some of them involving trespass?
No.
So they were all involving assault. More than a dozen cases. What I'm gathering now is information. So of the more than a dozen arrests you had, none involved drugs, none involved alcohol, none involved theft, none involved trespass, all involved assault. Is that a yes or a no?
That's a no.
What else do they involve other than assault?
I'm just talking about this case, Your Honor.
I'm talking about who the party. Mr. Hazelton, Officer Byrd tells me that you have had second thoughts about answering the court's questions, and you're asking me to reconsider the dismissal of this case. Is that correct? Mr. Hazelton, Officer Byrd tells me that you have had second thoughts about answering the court's questions, and you're asking me to reconsider the dismissal of this case. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so then let's get back to where I was questioning you before. According to your answers previously, you've been arrested at least a dozen times, none involving drugs. Is that correct?
That is correct.
None involving alcohol.
That is correct.
None involving burglary.
That is correct.
None involving theft.
That is correct.
All involving assault.
That is correct. 3 times. No, my anger gets the best of me.
Well, that's an uncontrollable...
It's an uncontrollable issue.
For which you've been or not been in treatment?
Not.
Is it correct, Ms. Hazelton, that your son never had either a drug or an alcohol problem?
Alcohol.
In October of 2015, Mr. Hazelton, how were you supporting yourself?
By working.
For whom?
Green Star Lawn Maintenance.
How long have you worked for them?
For 38 years off and on.
Are you working for them now?
Yes.
Full time?
Yes.
In the same location?
Yes.
Is that correct?
I think so.
Do you remember on what day you were arrested?
Yeah, I was arrested on May 6, 2015.
Where?
In Henry County.
Is that where you live?
I lived, yes.
What time were you arrested?
About 12:20 in the morning, yeah.
In the morning? And you were at home?
I was at home, right?
And you were arrested on the complaint of your mother and or your sister? Or just your mother?
I was arrested on my mother and sister's complaint stating that I walked in an unlocked door, used the restroom. Upon leaving the restroom, stole the TV out of my mom's room, hit my sister 3 times in the face, and left with the TV.
Okay, you're the sister?
No.
Where is the sister?
She's passed away.
Were you at home that day?
No.
So the sister that you allegedly assaulted is no longer here?
No.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
And I gather from your answer that you were not at home when this took place.
No.
Did you have a conversation with your daughter when you got home?
She was holding an ice.
Just a second. Did you have a conversation with her?
Yes.
At what time did you get home on, it would be the 5th
right.
of May? What time did you get home?
Between probably 9:30 and 9:45, I was playing bingo.
And at that time, Miss Hazelton, who did you live with?
My daughter lived with me.
How old was she?
Let's see.
She was 52.
Yeah, she was 50.
She was 50 then?
Yeah.
So when you came home, it was 9:30, 9:45, and tell me first what you saw.
I saw her holding an ice pack on her face, And I asked her what happened. And she said, Glenn came here to use the bathroom. So she let him in. And in the process of using the restroom, he came out with my 32-inch TV. And she went to stop him, and he hit her in the face. That's what she told me. And I was only in the house maybe 5 minutes before the police were knocking on the door.
Had your daughter called the police?
Yes.
Okay, so she had called the police before you even got home?
Oh, yes.
Do you have the police report?
No, I don't have that.
Do you have the police
Yes, I do.
report? I'd like to see it, sir.
Okay.
Just the police report. You do know that these reports indicate that you were totally uncooperative, had to be placed in a hood, a spit hood, had to be put in an isolation area.
Excuse me,
Are
Your
you
Honor.
telling me that you were not high on some sort of drug or alcohol that night when they came to your home to arrest you?
Excuse me, Your Honor. Let me first say this.
I asked you a question, Mr. Hazelton. We had
no,
an
I was
agreement.
not high.
We
No, I
had-
was not high. No, I was not on no drugs, okay?
Okay.
My actions speak louder than words. I was arrested, hauled off to jail, ripped out of my bed in my underwear, and you're telling me for a crime I did not commit, how would you react? And the charges were dismissed, not by the judge, by the public defender, the state's attorney, because I didn't steal the TV that my mom said. And my mother sat there and said she's seen me in a while. She hasn't seen me in 7 years. And it's just, or it came out of her in the police report, she states that. And my sister said 2 different signs. She said she came home in an ice pack, but there's no bruises or marks on her. I hit her 3 times. It's all a lie. And why don't they look in her question and call me and ask me, did I do this? They know where I live. You know, they're trying to give me 46 years for this TV. My life is a little more than 46 years, okay? Or acting out in jail or whatever. I didn't do it, and this is the reason I'm suing my mother. I'm out $2,500. I could have gone after her for penal stolen damages.
Your case is dismissed, Mr. Hazelton. You have no case against your mother. We're finished here. Let me understand your case, Miss Wilson. You signed a 1-year lease to rent a room.
That's correct.
In a house where the defendant was living. According to your complaint, she signed the lease and you signed the lease. That was when? In what month and year?
The latter part of April of this year.
And you moved in and gave her a security deposit of how much?
$1,100.
And was that the amount of money you were being charged monthly for the room?
Yes, Your Honor.
Turns out Miss Porter was not the owner of the house. She was a renter. And you were given notice by the owner of the house that the house was being sold and you had to vacate.
Yes, Your Honor.
In what month and year?
June 2018, Your Honor.
When in June did Miss Porter tell you that you had to move?
She notified me by written notice July the 30th.
So you knew in June, but notified her in July?
I notified her 30 days, yes, Your Honor, in July.
And did you, Miss Wilson, pay your rent for May, June, and July?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then you moved out when?
August 9th.
Pursuant to your notification from your landlord?
Absolutely.
And you understood that?
I didn't find out she was moving until she put the note on my door July 30th.
But she said she gave you notice July 30th that you had to be out on August 30th?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Were you out on August 30th?
No, Your Honor.
Were you out on September 30th?
No, Your Honor. I was in litigation with the owner.
You still live there in September?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you pay rent?
No, Your Honor.
Did you live there in October?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you pay rent?
No, Your Honor. I had a case going on with the owner of the house. I didn't know that she wasn't the owner of the house.
Listen to me. I just laid it all out so I understand exactly where you're coming from. Are you still living in the house?
Yes, Your Honor. I have until the end of
November. Did you pay rent in November?
No, Your Honor.
And you're still living there?
Yes, as according to the agreement with the owner.
Listen, Miss Wilson, you see this body has been sitting behind a bench for a very long time. I know exactly what's going on. In your agreement with the owner, did you agree to pay your back rent of September, October, and November?
No.
The answer is no.
No. I had an agreement with her, not the owner. I never even knew there was an owner until August.
Miss Wilson, you're not getting any money. I want you to understand. Zippo, not a penny from her. You already made the owner of the premises take you to court to get you out because you're a squatter, because you live there September, October, and November, and you're not paying $1,100 a month to anybody.
She breached an agreement. I thought she was the owner when I signed that lease.
I don't care what you thought.
A whole year.
Listen to me.
I have the lease right here, Your Honor. She signed a year's lease with me, saying that she was the owner.
You're not getting any money. You have to pay rent to somebody. Miss Wilson, you have to pay rent to somebody. So if you're not paying rent to her, then you pay rent to the owner. You don't become a squatter.
Your Honor,
everybody pays rent. You're not getting any money. A Zippo.
The agreement that I have.
A Zippo.
The agreement that I have with the owner, Honor, says that I don't pay rent.
Listen to me.
I won the agreement with the owner that says I don't have to pay rent as long as I'm out by December the 31st.
I know exactly what you did. I know exactly what you did. You held up the owner and you said, I'm not moving, and you made the owner take you to court, get a lawyer.
That's not true. I didn't have anywhere to go. They kept my money.
Miss Wilson, you had plenty of money. You had $3,300 that you didn't pay in rent for the months of September, October, November that you lived rent-free, unless you can show me you paid somebody for rent.
They wouldn't accept any money, Your Honor.
Goodbye, Miss Wilson. Your case is dismissed. I know exactly what you did. Miss Woods, the defendant was your boyfriend, and you were living in one state. He got a job in another state, and according to your complaint, his job was a very good one. You had a job where you were living, but you decided to move with him to this new state. Which new state was he going to?
Ohio.
Ohio. And you had been living in?
North Carolina.
Okay. You have a child?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you had a job at the time?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were living together in North Carolina?
Yes, ma'am.
How long had you been living together?
About a year.
So Mr. Smith got a new job, and the new job, in addition to making more money, according to you, gave him a relocation fee. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
How much was the relocation fee?
$5,000.
And when did you get that?
About 4 days after we moved in.
It is your claim two things. A, that you signed a lease with him together when you moved in. That whole thing didn't last very long.
Correct.
You left and just were notified that you stuck with the lease, so you want him to be responsible for that. And you also claim that you paid for the moving costs with his assurance that when he got the moving bonus, that he would reimburse you. That's your claim.
Yes, ma'am.
When did you move? In what month?
October 31st.
When did your new job start, Mr. Smith?
October 31st. It was on a Monday.
And how much did the move cost you?
$550.
And how much of that $550, Mr. Smith, did you pay?
When we moved, it wasn't something that I should reimburse. We made the decision to move together.
No, that's not what I'm asking you. That wasn't my question. My question is, if the move cost $500, I assume you have bills for that?
Yes, ma'am.
The move cost $550. My question is, how much of that did you pay?
Oh, we paid out of pocket for each.
What does that mean?
It's not something that she paid for alone.
Well, I'd like to see your bills for the move.
Yes, ma'am. That's going to be $300, and here it's going to be another one as well.
What's point of sale debit? What does that mean?
It is under there. It's the Havenwood Townhomes. I paid the $300 deposit down on the place before we actually moved. They took out $100 to start off, and once we got approved, they took out another $200. That was the money my mother had loaned me for the U-Haul, and I had paid her back. And it was in our agreement that he would pay me back for the both when he got the $5,000, which he did not get back 4 days after we moved. It was
That's for the lease.
the deposit for the lease, yes, ma'am.
And what was the other $250 for?
We didn't agree for me to pay her back.
You moved October 31st. When did you move home?
I moved home on December 15th.
So you were there 6 weeks?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what did you do with the $5,000 moving expenses?
After taxes, it was around $3,000. I used that to pay the bills, first month's rent, everything.
Okay.
Help with appliances. And
Just a second.
Yes.
You did that to pay first month's rent.
Right.
Did you pay any part of the rent the first month?
Our first month's rent was free. We did not have to pay anything because we had moved at the last of the month. We did not have to pay anything until December.
So it went to pay December's rent, but you already started working October 31st.
Yes.
According to you.
That was my first day. It was just
Well, that's okay. You paid October 31st. How often do you get paid in this job? Every 2 weeks?
every 2 weeks.
So that you got 2 paychecks. Listen to me carefully. You got 2 paychecks by the time December's rent floated around. I'm asking you what you did with the $5,000.
I got the $3,000 after taxes on that Thursday. Used that money to catch up the bills that I were behind.
Which one?
Paid my truck payment.
Your truck. What else?
I have a loan payment I paid for.
A loan. Your loan. For what?
There's a bank loan that I owed the bank a few years ago.
What else?
That's all I paid for myself. And then we went out, I bought, washer and dryer.
Where is the washer and dryer?
I sold it after she left.
What else?
I paid for get the lights switched over, the main bills that we needed to get moved in.
So far, he owes you $550. Now, you want to tell me why you left on December 15th?
Yes, ma'am. It had all started, he was working nights, and every day when he got up, he was really antsy and ill. And I had asked him to get up. I did not have a vehicle at the time. I said, we have stuff that we need to do. And we got into an argument about it. And I said, well, if you could pay me back the money that you owed me originally, I could be able to, get me a vehicle so that I could go and not have to wake you up in the afternoons. But I have a child, and she has places and things that she needs to do as well. And he said, well, I told you that I'm going to pay you back the money, but it's going to be a couple paychecks because, I paid off what I had to pay off, and I don't have any money to give you.
She don't even have a license. She don't have a license.
She may not have a license, but that doesn't mean the argument didn't happen.
Right.
I have a text message stating right here that he had told me to pack my stuff and get out. And since I did not have a license or a car, I had arranged for a lady that I knew personally for years to come pick me up.
Okay. Did you stay in the apartment?
It's
not an answer.
Yes. I finished out December, and then I moved out right after she had left.
Why?
Because I couldn't really afford the place by myself.
Well, she wasn't working when she came out there. You were working.
Yes, but she had got a job when we got out there. I was working 12-hour nights, and she was supposed to get bartend or serve on nights that I was off. And most mornings when I got off work at 7, I get home by 7:30. She had a job to be at 11.
Well, you told her to leave.
We got in arguments. We was on and off for a year and a half.
I understand that, but you told her to pack up and leave.
We say things we don't mean when we're mad.
Well, sometimes you mean them, sometimes you don't. Are you working now?
Yes.
Good. Where do you work?
Same place, plastic packaging.
That's fine. And are you working?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, then I assume the landlord will garnish both of your wages. If he didn't re-rent the property, did he or she re-rent the property?
I'm sure they have.
I'm not sure about that. I have tried to contact the place a couple times. They won't return any phone calls.
I can't help you with that. You signed a lease. You're responsible for the lease. He didn't stay there either. The two of you left. It was the idea that between the two of you, you would have enough income to support that apartment. I can't help you with that, but I can help you with the $550, which I believe he agreed to pay you back from his $5,000 moving bonus. Well, the moving expenses, truck fees, etc., that amounts to the $550. Is that correct?
Yes, the moving truck and the...
Okay. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $550. We're done. Mr. and Mrs. Purcell, you purchased a lottery ticket.
Correct.
Where did you purchase it?
A bar next to our home.
And where is that?
In Sandy, Oregon.
When did you purchase it?
February 20th, 2016.
How much did you pay for the lottery ticket, and what were the prizes?
We paid $20 for 20 games. It was an 8-spot Keno ticket.
Have you played this particular lottery before? And it's an Oregon lottery.
Yes, and yes, we have.
Did you ever win before?
Yes.
And prior to this ticket, how much had you won before?
We won one for $600 once.
And that's the only time?
No, we've won a couple for about that amount.
A couple for $600. So it more than paid for itself?
Yes.
I assume. That's
yes.
why you keep playing. Lucky people.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've lost a few too.
Mm-hmm.
We've lost a few too.
I can imagine. People usually only talk about their wins.
Absolutely.
So you bought this lottery ticket, and lo and behold, you won. How much did you win?
$1,750.
And you found out that you won how?
Well, my husband went and checked the Did You Win machine, and it said, "You're a winner. Please see your retailer." So he brought it up to the bartender, who is our witness, Tria, and she scanned the ticket. Now, if you win over $600, it doesn't tell you immediately how much you won. You have to go back and check the numbers, and then you can find out how much you won. But we had hit 7 out of the 8 numbers, and that paid $1,750.
What did you do next?
Celebrated. And then the next day, I went and got a claim form, which you can get right there at the saloon. And I brought it home, and Dave, my husband, filled it out the next day.
listing your name, your address?
It was in my name. He put the claim form in my name. He even took a picture of the ticket. We put it in the claim form and sent it out the next day.
And you have a picture of the ticket?
Yes.
Correct.
And then what do? They send you a check?
Yeah, you send it into Salem, Oregon, and it usually takes about 3 days to get it back.
And it didn't come back?
And it didn't come back.
And you began investigating, and you had the picture of the ticket with the numbers.
Yeah, we waited the 2 weeks that they tell you to wait. On the 15th day, I called down there to Lottery and gave her my last name and the numbers. I said, we didn't receive our money. Well, they didn't have any of our information. So I told Dave, someone claimed our ticket. Somebody stole our ticket. So that's when I put in a public records request through the Lottery and received his information.
Okay, and that's how we get to the defendant who cashed your lottery ticket.
Correct.
Okay. First, I'd like to see a photo of the ticket.
He has it on his phone that is actually date stamped. I have a picture of it here, but if you'd like to see it with the date on it,
I would.
That's the picture of the ticket, and then he has it on his phone also. That was taken in February.
Got it. Okay.
We also have our claim form. You'd like to see that?
I would. As a matter of fact, I'd like to have it up here.
You'd notice the date. It's the 22nd of February.
Okay. Did you contact Mr. Linwood personally?
I contacted him through Facebook.
And did he respond?
Yes, after a couple of attempts.
Okay. And what did he say to you when he responded on Facebook?
I'd be glad to show you that.
I'd like to see it.
I draw your attention to the last few.
I'm going to read them all.
Yeah, because he does change his story a couple of times. Okay.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Linwood?
I drive forklift, I do retail, and I do warehouse work.
Let's try to get one cogent story, sir.
Okay.
On what date did this lottery ticket come into your possession?
It had to have been February 27th or probably the beginning of March.
And how did it come into your possession?
Came into my possession, my father-in-law at the time, he contacted me one morning saying, hey, I won a lottery ticket of $1,750. I said, oh, wow, that's awesome. He said, well, could you help me out? It's unsigned. Can you turn it in for me? Because if I turn it in, I'm afraid that child support will take most of it. And I said, yeah, sure.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a well driller.
What's your last name?
Richard.
On what date did this lottery ticket come into your possession?
It was on a Friday night. I was at a bar called the Country Corral.
You go to the bar often?
No, I played video poker that night.
Is this bar near to where you live?
Close, yes.
You never know where I'm going to be going, Mr. Richard.
Okay.
Do you understand?
I got you.
So it's close to where you live, and you've lived at this address for how long?
Probably 2 months at the time.
Why 2 months?
Because I relocated.
With whom did you relocate?
My daughter and my son-in-law.
The three of you moved into this place together. Am I understanding that you moved into this new place 2 months before, so that would have been in December, with the defendant and your daughter?
Correct.
You see how you don't know where I'm going, so you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. So now you're at a place with Mr. Linwood, and Mr. Linwood just told me that he got a call from you. Now he lives with you. Why do you think that I would believe that since you were living with him, he would call you instead of discussing it with you when he saw you at home? Why do you think that, Mr. Linwood?
Well,
you have to think fast. Just tell me why you think that he would call you, and you would have a record of that, correct? On your phone log that he called you.
I do not, Your Honor. It was
right.
an old
Now,
phone.
But why do you think he would call you instead of discussing it with you in person? Because clearly he wanted you to do something illegal, right? Right? If he was looking to avoid child support, he was looking to do something illegal, right?
Yes.
Isn't that something you would want to discuss in person with somebody rather than over the phone?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
So why would you think if he was living with you, he would discuss that with you over the phone? And by the way, where did you get the call?
I got the call. I was at my house, and
where was he?
He's not always at the house.
It's going to get better. I'm going to enjoy it better. All right. Now, Mr. Richard.
Your Honor.
Do you understand? This is not going to turn out well for you or for him, because I read his texts back and forth to the plaintiffs, and his texts back and forth suggest to me he clearly knew that he came into possession of this lottery ticket that did not belong to him. And you knew that if you were involved, that you came into possession of the lottery ticket that didn't belong to you, because immediately what he said was, please don't go to the cops. I will have your money, please. And the first thing he said was that you gave him the lottery ticket as a gift.
As a gift.
As a gift. But then he said that you didn't give it to him as a gift. He said you asked him to cash it for you so that you could avoid child support. Which one do you think it is?
Gift.
It was a gift to him.
Yes.
Well, then he had the money, you see. Then 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later, he had the money. He said, I didn't spend most of it. I have $900. Then he said, I have $1,400. I have to wait until I get paid, but I'll get it all back to you. And then all of a sudden, your tone changed, Mr. Linwood.
Yes, it did, Your Honor.
And why did your tone change?
Your Honor, my father-in-law told me...
Your father-in-law is a liar. So he can sit down. Sit. And so are you. In a short space of 2 pages, you changed your story 3 times.
Yes, I did.
And you swore, and just a second, and you swore to me that he is a liar. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because he just said to me that it was a gift to you. And your answer says he asked me to cash the lottery ticket for him, and this is a sworn deposition, because at the time he owed back child support, and he was afraid that his winnings would be taken away from him. Now, he just swore to me that he made this lottery ticket gift as a gift to you.
It was not a gift, Your Honor.
Well, so then you just called him a liar. So he's a liar.
Yes.
That's what I said. That's why I told him to sit down. You see, and you came together. And you two are so stupid you can't even get your stories together. You slept in the same hotel room last night and you can't get your stories together. They ought to give a prize for stupid. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,750. We're done.
I bought the car in May of 2017.
How much did you pay for it?
$14,000.
Did you have a note on the car, or
Yes,
did you
ma'am.
pay cash? So if you had a note on the car, then, Miss Giles, you had to have insurance, full insurance on the car, correct? Yes, of
ma'am.
course, you had to have insurance. And your car was stolen.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you report it stolen to the police?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you collect on the insurance?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Why not?
The transmission went out in the car, and I wasn't driving it, so I did not pay the insurance.
So you didn't pay the insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a big problem. You had a contract to pay the insurance, right? So somebody gave you $14,000. How much did you put down on the car, Miss Giles?
I put down $1,000.
And so you took out a loan for $13,000. Did you pay off that loan?
No, ma'am.
And you didn't have insurance?
I had insurance.
But then you didn't have insurance while you were supposed to have insurance.
Yes, ma'am.
So you stiffed the bank.
I'm still paying on the car note.
Show me. I want to see that you're still paying on the car note. $13,000, because that would be very interesting to me if you're still paying on the car note of a car that you don't have, and all you're suing the defendant for is $700 and then $900. And the other is for punitive damages for losing my car. So you paid him $900 and he didn't fix your car. So I want you to show me that all the payments that you made in January, February, March, April on the car of this year.
Okay.
But don't waste my time.
I'm not wasting your time. They were paid, ma'am. I'm not wasting your time.
Fine. So you've been paying on the car for March and April. What's the monthly payment?
The payment is $298.
Okay. March and April payments.
Yes, ma'am. I have those payments. I also have the way that I paid them, and I also have the text message stating that when Mr. Egan got my car.
No. I don't want all of that.
Here you go.
This tells me nothing.
That is the payment.
That tells me nothing. Your car payment, is, according to you, is $298. That's your car payment.
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to circle on here your car payment for February and March.
Okay.
Return that. I don't want that piece of paper. That's nonsense. $298. I didn't see any payment for $298 anywhere.
I paid extra in February. I paid $350 in February, ma'am.
Just a second. Why would you pay $350 in February?
Because I was in between jobs. I was a little behind. So I made sure to catch up my February payment.
Just a second. So you were a little behind. How many months behind were you?
I wasn't any months behind, ma'am. Maybe a couple of days or maybe a half of, like I maybe paid half of, last month or something like that. But I think maybe with interest, like I said, I paid $350 in February for my full car payment, which I have right here. It says paid in full.
Can I see what you're showing me? Just a second. Let me see paid in full. Don't give
That's
me a
February.
lot of papers. Let me see paid in full.
That's February.
For February. Well, the total amount due February 1st, according to this, was $773.89. That's on February 1st. And on February 9th, you paid, according to this, $350 on total amount due $773.89. That's what this says. Now you can show me this same thing from March. So far you're at least a month behind. That's what this says.
I have my full payment history right here, and it's not sent.
Miss Giles, you just handed me this thing that says.
That was from a statement that they gave me in February.
That says $733 that was due and owing. You made a payment to them of $350 on February 9th. Then sometime in February, the car's transmission, according to you. When did the car's transmission go?
In March, ma'am. I just tried to show
Just a
you.
second. In March, the transmission went. Now you're going to show me March's payment.
I have
March's payment.
Yes, ma'am. When my transmission went out, ma'am, I spoke with the bank. The bank told me that I could pay them.
Don't tell me what the bank told you, Miss Giles. This is your problem with me. Your problem with me is that right now you don't, according to you and according to the defendant, nobody knows where your car is.
My car just came up missing last Monday, ma'am.
If your car came up missing last Monday, it's very possible that it got repossessed
It
by
did
the
not
bank.
get repossessed, ma'am. I'm trying to explain to you what happened, ma'am. In March, I spoke with my bank because my transmission stopped working the beginning days of March. I spoke with my bank, ma'am.
Just said, you're not, Miss Giles, you're not going to tell me what the bank said to you.
I
You
haven't-
showed me.
I can show you, ma'am. I can show you. I have paperwork and documents. I was granted an extension if I paid.
Just a second. Show me where the bank granted you an extension in March.
Yes, ma'am. I have it right here. Yes, ma'am.
Just show me where the bank granted
It's
you.
all right here.
No,
Yes, ma'am.
don't give me a lot of papers.
It's not. It's not a lot. It's not a lot.
Show me the paper where the bank granted you an extension in March.
Here you go. It shows right here.
Good. Okay. According to this, on March 31st, you signed this agreement that indicated your payment would be due on April 1st.
No, ma'am. It's May 1st.
No.
It's May 1st, ma'am.
Okay.
April
Let me read
was
this
the
to you.
month that
Please
was-
be advised that this agreement will be revoked and null and void if you fail to sign and return this agreement by February 12th. The contract will be extended and your regular payment will be due on April 1st, 2018, provided you sign this agreement and return it. The agreement was sent to you on March 29th. Following that payment, your next regular payment due is 4/1/2018, and every month thereafter until your new maturity date, which will be August 1st, 2023. That's what it says.
That's not what I was told.
Well,
That's not what they just told me upstairs when I called.
I want you
have
to
the payment.
Miss Giles, get this absolutely correctly. What you handed me said your payment was due April 1st. Right now, you don't know where the car is. Shh! You don't know where the car is. According to you, it was taken last Monday.
Yes, ma'am. I have a police
just a
report.
second. According to you, it was taken last Monday. You found it missing, right?
It was at the shop where he had me to tow it to. I was going back to check on it, and they told me that it was gone, that it was there that morning, but by the time I made it on Monday, it was gone.
It was gone. And what was last Monday's date?
It was the 16th.
Your payment was supposed to be received by them April 1st. What I'm telling you, Miss Giles, is either one of two things happened, Miss Giles. Either.
Ma'am, my payment is due on May 1st.
Show me just a second.
They gave me April, and I was supposed to start my first. My payment is due May 1st. When I just called up start, I can call right now.
No, don't call right now. You have a bigger problem than the $700. Miss Giles, stop with the histrionics. You have a bigger problem than the $700 you gave him for a new transmission. You have a much bigger problem. Your bigger problem is that you owe this bank $13,000 because if you didn't have insurance, and you were supposed to have insurance on a car of which you owe $13,000.
Here's my insurance right here, ma'am. Like I tried to explain to you, I paid my insurance. When I gave my car to Mr. Egan, ma'am, my car was insured. And I paid my car insurance. But at that point, it was either get my car fixed or to, pay again the next month. After he'd taken my money, I could not pay my car insurance again, ma'am. I had to go save money to get my car fixed.
Either you had insurance or you didn't have insurance.
I had insurance when I gave Mr. Egan my car, ma'am. I had insurance in the middle of March, ma'am.
Well, if you had insurance, madam, in March, then you had insurance in April. And if you had insurance in April and if your car was stolen, then the insurance company will reimburse you. If they repossessed your car,
they did not, ma'am. I called.
Well, then,
before I reported my car stolen, my lawsuit was already filed. I filed my lawsuit on April 1st, ma'am. I did not report my car taken until April
Giles,
the 16th.
I'm not satisfied with this case. And if you think that you will have a better chance going back to the small claims court from where you came, I'm going to dismiss your case without prejudice. You can go back there. I'm not buying the story. Do you understand? With all your histrionics, I'm not buying this story. Go back to small claims court and maybe somebody will buy this story. I'm not buying it. Goodbye. Mr. Ramirez, how old are you, sir?
I'm 22.
What do you do for a living?
I work at a restaurant. I'm a server.
In what restaurant?
Ramen by York.
And where is it located?
In Highland Park.
What are your hours of employment, sir?
I'm part-time right now.
What are your hours of employment?
From 6 to 11.
6 p.m.?
Yes, to 11 p.m.
To 11 p.m. And what do you do all day?
I'm starting school again. I just started school.
I don't care what you are doing soon. What do you do now during the day? Which school do you attend now?
I do an online schooling.
So you don't go to school, you do online, which means you work out of your house?
Yes.
And who do you live with?
My parents.
And what do they do?
Construction.
They both work?
Yes.
Are they working today?
No.
Where are they today?
They have regular activities that they do throughout the day. I have a little sister, so they take care of my sister.
What are they doing today?
I have no idea. They're out doing their own thing.
But they're not working today?
No, I don't think so.
And where is your little sister?
With them.
Well, you don't think so. Does that mean that you were home today doing your online school?
No.
What were you doing today?
I had a family emergency today.
I want to hear what the emergency was.
I had a family emergency. I had a family emergency with my brother. He has liver cirrhosis of the liver. So it was out of nowhere, and we all went to the hospital. And I just got home.
Just a second. What hospital is he in? You just told. Listen to me very carefully, Mr. Ramirez. You just told me a moment ago that your parents were out doing you don't know what today. They were out doing things. Regular things, because they weren't working. That's what you told me 2 minutes ago. You told my staff in the back that you had a family emergency, but just a moment ago you said your parents were out doing their own thing. Now all of a sudden you have a family emergency and everybody was in the hospital. Listen to me very carefully, Mr. Ramirez. I'm going to explain something to you about time and other people's time. You purchased a car from Miss Rodriguez. You didn't know her before you purchased the car from her. Is that correct?
Yes.
You purchased the car from her because you saw the ad online, correct? And you bought the car and you had an agreed upon price.
Yes.
I'm going to get to the rest of the facts of the case because you didn't finish paying for the car.
Absolutely.
I'm going to get to the facts of the case in a minute. I'm not finished with you about other people's time. I spent a lot of time in school preparing for what I do. All these people work. Do you know what I mean? Work. Full time. They work. They get up in the morning and they don't go to school online. If they went to school, they actually got out, put their behind in a car, drove to school, or went to school. Do you understand? I'm here waiting for you because you couldn't get here on time. Bird is here waiting for you. because you couldn't get here on time today. Most important, the lady that you stiffed on the car that you didn't know was here at 1:15, the same time you were supposed to be here. Do you understand? That is disrespectful. Stop tapping. That's disrespectful. It's disrespectful of other people's time when you're late. You see all these people sitting in the gallery? They could have been home 40 minutes ago if it wasn't for you. I could have been home 40 minutes ago and been on the treadmill if it wasn't for you. She could have been on her way home if it wasn't for you. Do you understand? That's respect for other people's time. And if you're 22 years old and you don't understand that yet, I'm prepared to give you a dress down. Now we understand each other?
Okay, but I had a family emergency.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Mr. Ramirez, I understand your words, family emergency. You told me 5 minutes ago you didn't know where your parents were. They were out doing chores because they weren't working today. And then when you realized where I was going, you went back to your original rote. I had a family emergency. Now, all of a sudden your parents who were out doing chores were at a hospital with your brother who has cirrhosis of the liver? Is that what you're telling me? You forgot about that when I asked you first where your parents were? If I asked you, Mr. Ramirez, where are your parents today? And you said, we were at the hospital with my brother. That I could understand. But when I asked you where they were, uncross your hands. You said to me they were out doing their things because they're not working today. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, you bought a car from Miss Rodriguez and you agreed to pay her how much?
$1,600.
You gave her a $500 deposit. She's a trusting soul. You gave her a $500 deposit, and because you probably said to her, I'm going to pay you every month religiously until the $1,600 is paid off, just like you told me you had a family emergency, she trusted you enough to give you the registration for the car, right? Right?
Yes.
And then you were smart enough to register the car in your own name, right?
Yeah, it wasn't registered.
You've never had the car registered?
No, it wasn't registered before.
I don't care whether it was or not. You had it registered in your own name.
Yes.
And that was the last Miss Rodriguez heard from you. Now, when he purchased the car, he came, he looked like a nice young man, right?
Yes.
And he said, I promise I'll give you what? How much a month?
It was supposed to be $500 every week. For
He
2
was going to
weeks.
give you $500
Yes,
a week for 3 weeks?
No. December 12th was supposed to be the first payment of $500, and then December 19th was supposed to be another payment for $500, and the following week was supposed to be a payment of $100.
So what happened on December 12th?
I believe,
No, don't tell me.
I'm sorry.
December 12th comes and goes, you don't hear from him.
Yes.
And what happened?
I messaged him. I have text messages to prove it. I messaged him, and he was just giving me the runaround. It took me
That's a conclusion, giving you the runaround. You said, where's my $500? What did he say?
He told me that he was going to go to the DMV to go register because his mom wanted to make sure that the car could be registered. I told him, okay, but he still had to pay me the $500. And he said that he had to spend like $500 for the smog and to register the car. He said that he was going to go try to get a loan or borrow money from his cousin. But I told him if he pays me next week, he's going to have to pay me $1,000 because it's a late payment.
Right. Well, then he was supposed to pay you the $1,000.
Yes.
The following week, $500 a week. He doesn't make $500 a month. Serving, what kind of food do you serve? Ramen?
Yeah.
Ramen, working part-time, he doesn't make $500 a month. Now, you made a deal with her for $1,600 for her car.
Yeah. No.
What, you paid her $500 for the car. You were late coming to court today. When you called the clerk's office in the back, you said, I'm getting off the freeway. Were you riding a bicycle on the freeway?
A car.
Were you riding on the freeway? Whose car?
Your producer's car.
What happened to your car?
Because I was just getting home from the emergency that I had, and he texted me and was like, "Hey, I'm in your area. I'll go get you." And I was like, "I'm sorry." I was like, "I'm just getting home. I just got home, threw on clothes, and came." Because I had earlier this morning, I had texted. I had said like, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I have a family emergency. I'm really sorry. Like, is there any way we could push the day or the time? Like, I just
early this morning."
Yes.
Early this morning. Well, what was your emergency early this morning? Early this morning when you called and said, is there any way we could push over the date? What was your emergency early this morning? Not at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. What was your emergency early this morning?
The same emergency I had today.
Just a second. Did you tell the producer that early this morning, that your brother, early this morning, was in the hospital with an emergency? Early this morning.
Yeah, when I say early, it's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock early this morning, yes.
And said?
Is there any way I could extend like a later time or the date, I would really appreciate it, yes.
Is that what you said to her? What about the brother in the hospital with an emergency?
That's why I had texted her saying, is there any way
That's a significant thing. That way the producer wouldn't have gotten in her car to go find you. Do you understand?
Yeah, I told her.
Do you understand? Where's the car?
What car? Her
car that you bought from.
It's parked in front of my house.
Judging for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,100. We're done very much. Your lawsuit is, so you did no work in the house. At some point, you say you were notified, and you must have reports to show me, that there was stuff going on in the house that caused your neighbors to call the police, and the police came. There was domestic violence. When you finally heard about it, you went and you found that the whole property looked like a trash house. She had vehicles parked in the front. She had a trailer in the back, up in the backyard where some other people were living.
Correct.
What kind of trailer?
I wasn't there when the trailer was there.
Well, how do you know there was a trailer there?
Because of his paperwork. It was there at one point in time, but...
So there was a trailer. Well, and let's get it straight.
Yes, there was a
Either
trailer.
he has pictures.
Yes, there was a trailer.
I mean, you can make up things. You can make up things, like you're the Wicked Witch of the North, or you're like the Good Witch from the East, or whatever it is. But for him to say she had a trailer parked in the yard, that's not something
It wasn't
that he
mine.
makes up.
It was something to do with him and the people that were back there.
Who?
Gary.
You mean he had tenants living back there in a trailer?
He told them people they could put the trailer back there.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
Hey, listen, I find a lot about you suspect. Just from the foot to foot, I find a lot about you suspect. Did you move the trailer back there?
I did not know.
Do you know who did?
I know who put the trailer back there, yes.
Who did?
Renee and Tyler.
Who is that?
It's a mutual friend of all of ours.
What was your relationship with the guy who was living in this house, his business partner?
We were just friends. His daughter also lived there too in the beginning. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. I was downstairs, Fred and his daughter were upstairs.
Who lived in the trailer?
Nobody lived in the trailer. The trailer was just parked there.
Now, at some point you moved to evict Miss Warburg. Tell me when you moved to evict her, and first tell me when, and then I'd like to see the paperwork indicating why, and the documentation
That
to
was
support.
September 12th, 2016.
Okay, tell me why.
Why? I got a call from officer of the Brooklyn Park Police Department.
Yeah, I'd like to see the report.
Okay. Here's the eviction notice.
No. First I want to see the police report.
Police reports.
And
these
then?
are for abatements, and these are from the Brooklyn Park Police.
Okay, good. Who's Kathleen Marie?
It's my friend.
And Pixley was your boyfriend?
Yes,
And you had an argument with him on July 19th?
I did.
And you wanted him out of the house?
Right.
So you told your friend who was staying with you to call the police and get him
She
out of...
wasn't staying with me. She was there. I was at the cemetery.
No, I understand, but she had been there for a couple of days, according to the police report.
She'd spent the night. Yes.
And you told her to call the police to have them get him out of there?
Yes.
Okay, so he didn't want to leave. You came back from the cemetery on July 19th, and then you had another fight with him, and the police came back to the house on
Yes.
that date. Okay, and he was off his meds, is that
Right.
correct? And he did some damage inside the house.
No, he spit on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't break anything.
According to the police report, he
I'm not talking to you yet. And your daughter had gotten into a verbal argument with the same boyfriend back in May?
No, that was her boyfriend.
Oh, that's a different person.
Right.
Your daughter has a drug problem?
Yes, she does.
Boyfriend too?
No.
He does not?
No, he does not. He's clean and sober.
Your Honor, I have evidence that he OD'd.
That was my boyfriend.
We're talking about her daughter's boyfriend. Kathleen is same person.
Right.
She also called the police on the 19th, then again on July 23rd.
That's the same
Same
day.
day.
I believe that was Julie had called the police that day.
Mm-hmm.
And that was about Mariah's boyfriend. And he had showed
Was your
up.
daughter's boyfriend staying at the house?
No, he was not. Not
But
at
your
that time.
daughter was?
No, my daughter wasn't either. I had custody of their kids at that time.
Her kids?
Mariah's, my daughter's children, my grandchildren.
How old are they?
2 and 5.
You have them through the foster care system?
I did.
So what was she doing in the house?
She wasn't there.
She was in your house.
What date was that?
Whatever date it was, what was she doing in the house?
No, in the beginning she was allowed there. It was after she didn't show up to court, and I believe that was in July or August. It was in August, and then she wasn't allowed there. But they were allowed to see the kids. Both her and Philip were. Philip's got custody of the children now.
Who does?
The father, the dad. He got them back. He did everything he had to.
Who's Renee Curtis?
She's one of the ones that put the trailer in the backyard.
And Tyler is her boyfriend?
Yes.
And he was also in the trailer?
He wasn't there that time.
He had been in the trailer?
He had been, yeah.
So based on these reports, you moved to evict her?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. I would too.
Anybody would.
You don't have to help me. I would too. Can I see the eviction notice, please? What property did she steal?
The trailer in the back was stolen from Fridley, Minnesota.
On what date?
That happened, I believe, on the 10th of October. At that time, she was notified about the vehicles being parked all over the grass.
You have photographs of the house?
No, but I got evidence of the city making the complaints where they were located in the yards.
The abatement,
Do you want to see it? The abatement orders.
This is her countersuit with regard to the vehicles
I know,
that were
but
impounded. So I'm
relevant.
not there yet. I'll get there. At some point, when you had her evicted, you went in and you say you found damage to the home. I'd like to see the photographs of that.
Okay.
Who's the artist in your house?
That would be Pixley. But it's all painted. I mean, it's all fixed.
When?
I have pictures.
I'd like to see it.
It's airbrush. She wrote on before and after.
When was this picture taken?
That was taken before he had me evicted.
How much before I want to know, and this you want me to believe, that the crazies that were living in this house, that this is the way the house looked right
That's
before
exactly
you had...
how the house looked.
I mean, what I see is a whole lot of other kind of living, which is whole different than this.
It was all painted, but that's how my house looked every day. I had two living rooms, 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, a fireplace. My house was beautiful.
It's not your house, it's his house.
Well, when I lived there. And he even was there at the end of July and told me how nice it looked. He came in and used the bathroom. He knows my house was nice. He's the one who came in. He gutted the bathroom. He's doing this all for insurance. I never seen his pictures either.
Let me show them to you.
And I was packed, ready to move.
Would you give that to her?
When he had me evicted, and then just went through all my stuff and threw it in the garage in a pile. Yeah, this is what he did after he had me taken out. I have more pictures too. He went through every one of my boxes, all of my belongings, took what they wanted. He had somebody living in my house in my property.
There's a pinball machine in the bathroom.
It's in the kitchen.
It's in the kitchen. Oh, I'm sorry. It's in the kitchen.
I was getting ready to move. My whole house was packed. You can call the sheriffs. They wouldn't write me a statement. He had somebody living in the house for a week.
Would you?
Damaging. Cleaning it. Cleaning
it? No, they were in there destroying it. And yeah, these pictures.
And loading a
this
dumpster.
is after
Garbage.
he had me taken out. I have the order of them putting me back in the house after he legally evicted me. The stay order.
Okay, so you were evicted on what date?
The sheriffs removed me October 20th.
October 20th. And October 25th, you moved back in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and between October 20th and October 25th, what you're suggesting is that this is the way the house was?
Yes, ma'am.
And you stayed there until when?
I moved October 31st.
So you stayed there for 6 days?
I had to clean my stuff up.
Just a second. You stayed there for 6 days. Is this what you're telling me?
I did. I had to clean all my stuff back up. He went through everything I owned.
Did you?
Dump boxes. I have a sheriff's...
It's not true,
I have
Your Honor.
reports.
Do you have a sheriff's report?
I have.
I'd like to read it.
Okay. These are both reports I have that the front door was broken when I moved in, and well, that's some of the damage he's claiming, and then the second one's when I made the report.
Do you have pictures of the house now?
I believe they're up there, Your Honor.
We're not talking about damage. You're talking about what the house looks like today.
Today, I can't go by the house because I got chased off by... He ran me down the road. This is a real story. He took off after me in his truck, and he ran me off the road.
Who did?
and then he's got a disorderly conduct for it. It was one of her guys that she had living there. He ran after me down the road. It's in the police reports. And he almost smashed me into a telephone pole.
You rented an apartment from the defendant. How many apartments do you have?
I have a sixplex, Your Honor.
That you own?
Yes, ma'am.
When did you first see the apartment?
August 27th.
Is that when you first met Miss Klingensmith?
Yes.
You liked the apartment?
It was okay.
So you decided to rent it, and the rent was how much a month?
$750.
And you were going to be living there with?
My daughter.
When did the lease start?
August 27th.
Is that when you moved in?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
This is what your lawsuit is about. You claim that Miss Klingensmith stole money from your disability account.
Yes, ma'am.
Which was rent money, $750, and then evicted you for non-payment of rent. So you are suing her for that theft?
Yes.
As well as an illegal eviction?
Correct.
Ms. Klingensmith said, I never stole any money from her. I didn't take money out of her account. She's counterclaiming for some damage that was done to the property when you moved out. Okay. Was there any security deposit?
Yes, I gave her $400 security deposit.
Did you get that back?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So you moved in August. Did you pay any rent for August?
Yes, it was prorated.
Okay, so you paid August rent. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you paid September's rent?
Yes, ma'am.
On time?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
What about October?
It was late due to my disability.
How late?
The 13th, October 13th.
And rent was due on the 1st?
It was due on before, it was late before, yeah, it was due on the 1st, but late after the 3rd.
Late after the 3rd. Did she evict you in October?
She sent me an eviction letter, yes.
In October?
Yes, two of them.
On what date?
October the 6th and October the 7th.
So what did you do?
I ended up paying my rent on the 13th. I had my disability. I was coming from Sacramento to move to Reno, so I had to transfer over my disability payments, and it took the Social Security a minute to do that. And I told Ms. Klingensmith that when I moved in, she knew I got disability, and this would happen, during.
You can't tell me what she
what
she knew. All she knew was you paid her rent in August and you paid her rent on time in September, and in October you did not.
Right.
So after, I assume, you got these eviction notices, you called her?
No, I didn't call her. I just called her. Well, yeah, I called her to pay the rent on the 13th.
On the 13th. So what did you do when you...
Oh, I tried to speak to her a couple of times to tell her that...
Not tried. You spoke to her.
I didn't speak to her at all.
You just paid your rent on the 13th.
Right. I tried to get a hold of Miss Klingensmith, and I have proof of that. I tried to give her a call. When she was in the parking lot of our complex, I tried to talk to her.
She paid your rent on the 13th?
Yes.
What happened in November?
November, my money was stolen out of my account in the amount of $713.
Just a second. So money was stolen out of your account in November?
Yes.
And the amount that was stolen was $713?
Yes.
And?
So when I called Ms. Klingensmith to pay my rent, when I checked my card, the money was gone. So she's the only one that had my information and my card, because September I gave her my debit card to take the rent off herself. She took the rent off September herself to the ATM machine. She's the only one that had my PIN, all my social, everything. My money was gone, and I have proof of that for our department. So money was gone. So she stole my money and then tried to evict me for it.
Ridiculous. She was going to steal your money. She would have stolen $750, not $713.
Well,
I mean, if she was going to take your money without your authorization, wouldn't she have taken everything that she was entitled to?
Well, I would think, why would she want, I don't know, maybe she didn't want nobody to know her.
I don't know why. If that's your whole argument, that somebody, in a case of...
She didn't call me at all for my rent in November, at all. And she usually calls or knocks on the door. She didn't do none of that.
You told me that the only notice that you got from her in October was that on the 6th she served you with an eviction notice.
She showed me, and that's October. We're talking about November, right?
I understand that. What do you mean she always? You only lived there since August. August you paid the rent. September you paid the rent on time. October you did not, and you said the first you heard from her was when she served you an eviction notice on October 6th.
Okay. In October, yes, I did hear from her. She knocked on my door and a few times in October.
You have no case against her. You didn't pay your rent in November. Somebody, probably in a case of identity theft, I have no idea.
Okay, Ms. Judy, I have proof that I tried to pay my rent to her in November, even though my money was stolen. I have proof of that.
Just tell me when.
Okay, I tried to pay.
I asked you for a date.
Okay, November the 4th, I believe. I tried to pay.
Make sure you're giving me the right. You just told me you didn't have any money in your account because she had
No,
stolen
just because I didn't have any money. Okay, just because I didn't have any money in my account from that card, I have money back. You can look at my back pay from Social Security, and my dad wrote a check for October. So I do have money to pay my rent. Just because my money was stolen out of my card doesn't mean I don't have any money.
I want you to show me when you tendered her the rent in November.
Okay. Can I look on my phone?
Absolutely.
Okay. 11/20. Well, okay. We had
Just the date. I don't want to hear an excuse. I said
November 12th.
You're late. You're late.
Your Honor, we went to court. That's why I'm late. We went to court for the eviction. She evicted me on the 4th. We went to court. The judge ordered me to pay $590 for that month of November. I have that right here from the judge. He ordered me to pay $590 for November. That was from the judge. That was on like the 22nd of November. So he ordered me to pay $590 for rent, and he ordered me to pay $300 starting January for the rest of my deposit. Miss Klingensmith was there in court. When the judge ordered that, he told me I had a certain amount of time to pay it, right? I tried to pay Miss Klingensmith 3 times, and I have proof of me texting her saying I have the rent, I have the rent. She ignored my calls.
You're talking about November 22nd? Is that the date you're talking about?
Yeah, because we got
Is that the date that you're talking about? So just let me understand what you're saying to me. Don't talk fast.
Okay.
What you said to me was, I tried to give her rent on November the 4th. Now you're saying to me that you tried to tender her the rent after the judge ordered you on November 22nd to give her a certain amount of money.
Again, yes.
Your case is dismissed. You have no case against her. You have no case that she stole any money out of your account, and you didn't pay your rent on time in October, and you didn't pay your rent on time in November. You have but for the fact that she sued you here, would you have counterclaimed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, well, you have $400 in security deposit, but she lived in the apartment in the month of November.
Yes, ma'am.
And you received no money for November.
Correct.
Okay, fine. So now you're going to tell me what the damage is.
I have a list here.
Your Honor, she did not mention any damages in court.
Don't speak.
I have utility bills that she did not put the utilities in her name.
Just a minute. That's not in this counterclaim. In this counterclaim you have, I had to extensively clean the unit and repair several holes that were in the walls. She didn't pay her rent on time and made complaints about me to the Housing and Health Department. She would call my work claiming there was an emergency. She owes me for the damages, which the only thing that I have here in your countersuit are cleaning of the unit, which I will look at a bill if you have a cleaning bill.
Your Honor.
And the whole, don't
Please.
speak. Cleaning bill and pictures of holes in the wall I will look at. Those are the only things. I don't care about your emotional distress. The only ones who don't speak. Those are the only things that are in your counterclaim.
This is what I filed when I filed the
I don't care what you
counterclaim.
filed. This is the only thing that's here. It's the only thing that's here. I'll show you. This is what you signed. You can read it.
Your Honor, please.
That's what you signed. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
We're done.
Your Honor,
Unless you have, just a second, unless you have a bill for the cleaning.
I have a bill for my maintenance gentleman.
Your Honor,
Well,
please let me talk really quick.
I'm on her counterclaim. I'm not on your claim anymore. You
No,
have no claim for unlawful eviction, and you have no proof that she stole money.
Your
out of
Honor,
your account.
I'm very nervous right now, like really nervous. If my daughter can tell you, I haven't told you everything. Like I'm so nervous that I don't know what to do, and if you can let her tell you that I did try to pay my rent in November on time. She wouldn't answer my calls.
Listen to me.
She didn't answer. I have proof.
Listen to me.
I tried to pay before the 3rd. I tried to pay it.
Then I'm not listening to her. You show me proof that you tried to tender her
She didn't
payment.
answer my calls on purpose. She didn't answer my phone
Your
calls.
claim is dismissed. It's ridiculous. You want to show me bill from your maintenance person?
What about my couch that was left in there in the house?
You shouldn't have left it.
She locked me. She
You
locked
shouldn't
me
have
out.
left it.
Oh.
No. Counterclaim's dismissed. We're done. Mr. Angelieri, it is your claim that the defendant hit your parked car.
That's correct.
Defendant says, I didn't hit the car, I stopped short of hitting the car, and she has a counterclaim. Her counterclaim is that you said to her when you went out to see the damage to your car, you held her until the police arrived because she was about to leave. And she said, I'm not sticking around, and you, in effect, falsely imprisoned her until the police arrived. Let's start with you, Ms. Griffel. You were driving on what date?
I don't know what date it is, ma'am.
You don't know what date
No,
it
I
is.
do not.
Well,
Ma'am, the date was...
no, I didn't ask you anything.
Yes. I don't know.
I asked her.
I don't know what the date was.
Okay, the date was January 19th.
Okay.
It was 7 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Was it dark or light on January 19th?
It was dark.
Where were you going?
I was going to the surplus store.
Speak up, I
I
can't
was
hear.
going to the surplus store.
And is that next to a pizzeria?
Yes, it is.
What kind of car were you driving?
I was driving a Chevy Tracker. It's a little Jeep, like 2002.
Who owns the car?
I do.
Is it insured?
Yes, it is.
Was it insured in January of 2018?
It was, but my insurance had overlapsed. But
Just a second. Did you have insurance?
No, I did not.
That's the answer. No, I did not. Not it was in the mail and they didn't open up the mail and somebody forgot the mail. The answer is
no, I did not.
You didn't have insurance.
No, I did not.
So you're on the way to the surplus store. And I have to tell you something. You see when that monitor is up there, I always know that somebody has something for me to watch because that monitor is not there all the time. And since you have nothing on your end of the table, the plaintiff on his side of the table has a video. And he looks like a reasonably intelligent man, and he looks as if he's not going to play me a circus video, that it's somehow relevant to this case, which means that there are security cameras outside, which means that something captured what happened with his car. Do you get it?
Yes, I get it.
So now you're starting out with 2 strikes against you. First, you didn't have insurance, and then when I asked you a question, you used my insurance overlapped. That's a second excuse. So I want you to tell me what happened at 7 o'clock in the evening when you were going to the surplus store.
I was looking for parking. I noticed the car was leaving its parking space, so I stopped, proceeded to let him leave the parking spot. I had to back up to get into the parking, the driveway, the entrance of the parking spot.
Very slowly.
Okay.
You pull up,
Right.
You pull up, somebody's getting out of a parking space.
Correct.
You backed up so that they could exit the parking space. Correct. And then you had to parallel park.
Correct.
Is that what you're telling me? Don't shake your head. Stand there like a statue. Do you understand?
I understand.
Perfect. So now you have to parallel park in order to get into that spot, right?
That's not correct.
So you let the person out of the parking spot.
Correct.
You had to move back to let them out because you wouldn't go in front. That means they'd have to go around you, right? So a normal driver would say, there's a spot. Getting out, I'll pull back.
Right. I pulled back, and I noticed his car was behind me. I put on the brakes, and my car jerked.
His car was behind you?
In the street. He was in the street. And I was pulling into the parking lot. So he was in the street, and I was going into the establishment, which is on the right of me. And so I backed up. I noticed his car was behind me. I slammed on my brakes. My car jerked, and I proceeded to go into the parking spot. And all of a sudden, I'm getting out of the car to go into the establishment, and this man comes running out, cussing at me, screaming at me, saying I hit his car. I said, sir, there's no way I could have hit your car. I know I did not hit your car, sir. I did not. And so he walked away to his car, and he proceeded to look at the front of his car, and he sees this little dent in there. He goes, this looks like it's a new little dent. And I go, sir, I did not hit your car. And so he walks to the side of the car, and he goes, oh, my God. He started acting out that I had made this big dent in his car. And I said, there's no way I could have hit your car and made that dent without me knowing it. I did not hit your car, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. So I was going to argue with him, so I proceeded to go in the establishment, and he grabbed my arm, and he held me there, and stayed behind my car so I couldn't leave. And he held me there until the officers came. When the officers came, he released me, and then I proceeded to tell them my story, side of the story.
Did you give them your insurance?
No, because I did not have it on me.
Did you get a ticket for not having insurance?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you pay it?
Yes, I did. I went to court. No, I didn't. I didn't have. Okay.
Because
I went to court, showed the judge I had my license now and my insurance. He gave me a fine.
Just a second. He gave you a fine because he didn't like you?
No, for the court fees. For the court fees. He gave me a fine for the court fees.
You do understand that when you lie, your mouth gets dry.
I'm not lying.
You do understand that when you lie, your mouth gets dry. Can I see the video, please?
Absolutely, Your Honor. Your Honor, when the video plays, if you'll pay attention to the top center part of the screen, you could just see my car in the edge of the frame. There's her car. You can see the impact to my car, headlights, and the license plate moves as she pulls in. She was actually reversing up an active lane in the street. She's reversing against traffic. She probably didn't see us because her car was full of trash.
Just a second.
There
Let's
she
play
is, grabbing my arm as I'm
Let's-
telling her I'm going to call the cops. Take a picture of her face. She's flipping out because I think she's going to bounce. And she's waddling back to her car.
Listen to me. I don't need your
No problem, Your Honor,
assistance
sorry.
in looking at a video.
I'm just trying to keep my distance at this point, Your Honor.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's play it again. Watch it carefully, Miss Griefall. See his car move? Did you see his car move?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
want to watch it again? Okay. So you hit his car.
Apparently from this video.
So you hit his car.
No, I did not hit his car.
Okay, let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. I want you to walk right up there.
Right.
Walk right up. So you, I can see
Oh,
it from
okay.
here.
I
I'm
can
a
see it.
little
I can see it
younger
from here.
than you are.
I can see
well,
it right
I
here.
could see that you hit his car
I can see
unless
it.
some angel went and moved his car.
Okay.
See his
Okay,
car
yes, I
move?
see that. Yes, I do.
Good. Very good. Now you can go back. And I see an estimate for the damage to the car, please.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Photographs first.
Here, sir.
Photograph.
Photographs.
But the way that the damage was done, there's no way I could have done that damage because I backed up straight back.
No,
His
that's
damage is done on the side of the car.
Listen to me carefully. I saw where you hit him. You hit him on the bumper.
Correct. That's all I did was hit him on the. He's in
Yeah,
stating the dent is on the left side of the car.
Just a second. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not stupid.
No, I know.
You hit him on his bumper.
Correct.
Ma'am, she actually hit me on the passenger, or excuse me, on the driver's side fender. The impact from her right rear bumper left 2 marks in the side of the car that are exactly the same color and the same positioning on her car. I have better photos on my phone if they're hard
I'd
to
like
see.
to see them.
Surely.
Would you play that for me again, please?
You can actually still see both my headlights.
Okay, so what you're telling me is you can see both your headlights at the time of the impact, which
Correct.
means she hit
Which
you
means she hit
on
me
the
on the
side.
side.
I'll look with that in mind.
Absolutely, ma'am.
I see what you mean.
You
I
see
got
me?
it.
Yeah.
I got it.
It's pretty obvious, Your Honor. She
I
hit the
got
car.
it. Okay. What kind of car is this?
It's a Mazda Miata. It's
Little
my
one.
girlfriend's first car. I bought it for her. We moved from the East Coast. She's from the Five
TMI.
Boroughs. Yep.
What? What's the matter?
TMI.
It's going to cost him $4,200 to fix his car. That you're going to pay for no insurance?
I had insurance, yes.
Did you use your insurance?
My insurance was
Sure.
liability only, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Now we're
the-
going to deal with.
Go ahead,
Now
I'm
we're
sorry.
Now we're going to deal with your counterclaim.
Yes.
I read your answer, and in your answer you said, I did not hit his car and therefore was leaving to go into the store to do my shopping. Well, you did hit his car, and therefore, by leaving the scene of an accident, depending upon the cost of the repair, it could either be a misdemeanor or a felony, right?
Correct.
And I believe that the victim of that, either misdemeanor or felony, has a right to hold you until the police arrive. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Great.
Not physically, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Your Honor, I
Oh,
never
just a
touched this
second.
woman.
I didn't know
Just a second. Yes, they do. Let us assume, who is this person?
This is my boyfriend.
This is your boyfriend. Let's put your hand down. I didn't ask you anything.
Sorry.
Let's assume you're walking with your boyfriend, and some kid comes up from behind and grabs the necklace that you're wearing and starts to run. And your boyfriend grabs the kid by the neck, and while he's holding the kid, you call 911 and say, I was just robbed. My boyfriend is holding the person who just robbed me. You think he has a right to do that?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Because he witnessed a crime being committed.
Correct.
Right? And the perpetrator of that crime was fleeing.
Right.
You were fleeing the scene of an accident that you caused. The victim of that crime, the owner of the car, has a right to hold you until the police arrive so that you don't disappear. Got it?
Got it.
Your counterclaim's dismissed. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $4,200. Miss Carter, you and the defendant have a child together. You are not married. You don't live together.
Yes, ma'am.
There came a time, sometime in September, when, according to your complaint, we're supposed to meet with the defendant to get some money.
Yes, ma'am.
And that was on September 16th. Where were you supposed to meet him?
At his mother's house.
And when had you made that appointment to meet him at his mother's house?
Earlier that day at work.
Tell me how that came around.
We were supposed to be like exchanging for getting diapers, wipes, little necessities.
Now, did that come around as a result of a phone call, a text message, an email?
Phone calls in Texas.
I'd like to see the text that you were coming to his mother's house, because that's not where he says you were supposed to meet. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
He says you were supposed to meet at,
Walmart.
which is where she works.
She works on Wall Triana. That's right down the road from where she works on her way. Could be on her way home, man.
And what time were you supposed to meet her?
She got off work like 2:30, 3, so I said something around 3:30.
Did you go there?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
Because she never called.
So she was supposed to call
Yeah,
you?
when she got off work to meet me.
I'd like
I
to
can't
see.
find the text messages. It must have been a phone call. I apologize.
Was it text messages?
It was a phone call. She was at work that morning. Well, she said she was at work. It was about 10, 11 o'clock. I said, meet me and I'll give you some money. When you get off, she's supposed to get off at like 2:30. And I said, meet me. I'll meet you somewhere on Wall Triana in the area, Walmart.
Okay, so you didn't call him. And I want to tell you something. I believe you were supposed to call him to meet him someplace. Let's understand each other. I've been doing this work a long time, and I'm looking at your face. And I know that you were supposed to call him to meet him at a sort of a neutral place, because this man looks scared to death, but he's not stupid. And there would have been no good reason for him to invite you to his mother's house and have his new girlfriend there. No good reason. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. It's usually, having lived all these decades, your curiosity that brought you to the house at 8 o'clock at night. Now, are you telling me that you didn't go there at 8 o'clock at night?
Yes, ma'am.
You went there at 8 o'clock at night. Where do you work?
I work at McDonald's.
And what time did you finish your shift at McDonald's?
2 or 2:30.
And is Walmart down the road from where you are?
Yes.
How long have you and the defendant been separated, not dating?
Since July of 2016.
And when was the baby born?
October the 20th, 2014.
From 2014 to July of 2016, was he giving you any money?
Every now and then.
When you asked him?
Yes.
So you never had any need or want to go to court to finalize a support order?
No, ma'am.
Between 2014, when your son was born, and July of 2016, where had you always met to get money from him?
His mother house, my job, we would go everywhere.
Give me the month and year you went to his mother's house to get money from him.
September 2016.
Not this date?
No.
Before this date?
Yes, ma'am.
What was the date?
September the 4th.
You remember that?
I don't recall, Your Honor, but I'm not saying it's wrong.
Okay, so September 4th, you went to his house at what time?
It was probably around 3 or 4.
Was he home?
He was there, yes, ma'am.
Did he give you money?
Yes, ma'am.
And you had arranged with him to come over after work?
Yes, ma'am.
By phone or text?
It was probably by phone, but I didn't call him when I got off. I just pulled up after I picked the kids up from the babysitter.
Well, how would he know to have money for you, unless you had a conversation with him before that you were coming over?
It's just we'll talk like before I go to work, and I'll just come after I get off from work.
Fine.
Sometimes we
Just
call.
Yes. Now we're getting tacky.
She stops when she passes and sees my car, so she don't think she has to call. But just because you see my car there, you just pull up and walk in. That's not okay.
Have you told her it's not okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Several times.
How long have you and this young lady been dating?
Almost a year now.
When was the last time you told?
I
Put your hand
say
down.
8
When
months.
was the last time you told Miss Carter it's not okay just to drive by and come in?
I say July.
Have you told her that once or more than once?
More than once.
Did you tell her why?
Because you never know what's going on. They might have somebody there. You never know what's going on to just pull up at someone else's house. It's not my house.
Whose house is it?
It's my mother's and stepfather's. No, ma'am.
You don't live there. Where do you live?
It's not too far, like 15 minutes away from me.
But she passes your mother's house.
Because she stays, her house is past. She had to pass my mother's house to get to her
She has
house.
to pass. I got it. So she passes your mom's house in order to get to her house.
Yes, ma'am.
How far is your work in minutes from his mother's house?
Probably 10 minutes.
And how far is your work from, let's say, the Walmart parking lot?
About 5 minutes.
So it's easier to meet in the Walmart parking lot.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's go back. September 16th, 3 o'clock, you're finished with work, you go to bed, the babysitter, you pick up the children, and then where do you go?
They actually go to daycare during the week,
What?
and they don't get out until 6. Both of them go to 2 different schools.
What did you do from 3 to 6?
From 3 to 6, I went grocery shopping. I took groceries home. We had a seafood boil at my friend's house.
Yeah, just a second. You're talking very fast. I asked you, what did you do from 3 to 6?
I went to Walmart and went grocery shopping.
So that would have been easy for you to meet him at Walmart.
I do believe I called his phone and he did not answer.
No, that's a fibber. So you went grocery shopping from 3 to 6. Is that what you're telling me?
Not all the way till 6. It was about 3 to about 5 o'clock.
Okay, and then where did you go at 5 o'clock?
I went to Indian Creek to pick up my oldest son, and I went to La Petite to pick up my baby boy.
Then where did you go? You went for dinner someplace with your children. And then what did you do?
I called him, and I don't think he answered, so I just pulled up at his mother's house.
Just a second. So he called and you didn't get an answer.
Which is typical for him. It happens all the time.
Evidently, it didn't happen on the 4th of September. You managed to hook up then, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you're going to tell me the story that you want to tell me. You pull into the house, you saw his car, it's 8 o'clock at night, your 2 children are in the back of the car, you get out of the car, you leave the 2 children in the back of the car?
Yes, ma'am.
You go to the front door.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what?
I go in the house.
Just a second. Well, when one is an uninvited guest, you knock at the door, you ring the doorbell, you wait for somebody
I
to
knocked
come
at
to
the
the
door,
door.
and they knew that I was in the house.
Oh, tell me what they knew. You walked into the house without asking permission.
Yes, ma'am.
And then pick it up from there. You see, I've been doing this business a long time.
I go into the man cave.
What's the man cave?
It's on the other side of the house where they take part in adult activities.
Okay, and?
We were talking, like, are you going to give me the money? Oh, I spent the money on XYZ.
Hold on a second. Now, what's the first thing he said to you when he saw you?
What are you doing? I was like, I came to get the money.
What money?
The money to get the diapers and wipes.
How much money?
I think he said he was going to give me 50.
Now, he had just given you money on September 4th. How much did he give you on September 4th?
Probably 50.
Not probably. How much?
50.
Okay. And he said?
I don't have the money.
Is that what you said?
I was like, what you doing here? Because soon as I walk in, Destiny sits down. I ain't even had a chance to say hey to no one else. By the time I feel someone behind me, when I turn around, it's her. I say, what are you doing? What's going on? I came to get the money. Okay, why did you just pull up? You could have called me or anything. I give her money. I don't know if it was $40 to $50. And then I gave it to her. I was like, okay, now. That's it, you can leave. Now, why? She here. Why I can't be here too? She sit down.
Put your hand down. Go ahead, sir.
She sit down at the table. From then on, it was an argument for 10 to 15 minutes.
I want you, since I'm not going to get the story here,
Yes, ma'am.
I would like you to tell me what the argument was. She sat down at what table?
At the table where everyone was playing cards at.
How many people were there?
Like 8. That's just in the man cave part.
Was your girlfriend there?
Yes, ma'am.
What about your parents?
Yes, ma'am. My mother was on the other side of the house. My stepdad was in there with us.
Any brothers, sisters?
My brother was there and my sister was there also. She started talking to my sister, Amanda. This was the problem. When I came in, they having a little get-together. I'm just stopping by to say, hey. So I'm coming in.
Stop shaking your head. It's annoying.
I'm coming in on their get-together, okay? And then as soon as I walk in, I haven't even sit down yet, and I'm already making an altercation.
Is what you're saying, sir, you came in with your girlfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
Shortly before she came in?
Yes, ma'am.
About what time?
I say 7:57, and at 8 o'clock she was behind me.
Okay.
I think she was sitting across the street waiting on to see if I was going to pull up or not. I don't know.
Okay. Now that you know that I know, do you understand? I want you to know that I know. Now we're going to pick up from the fact that you went into the house uninvited. You knew the house. You went to the back of the house that they call a man cave. He's there and his girlfriend, and maybe another couple of people. He said there were 8 altogether. Now I want you to pick it up. And understanding, I know what went down there.
Okay.
Go.
As I'm talking to his sister, he grabbed
Now, just
me.
a second. So now you're talking to his sister. What were you talking to his sister about?
Going to the club.
Going
to a
to
strip
what club?
Down the street.
You wanted to go with her to a strip club?
She was talking about she was going. I told her I would probably be there too.
Oh, and you're having this so you're having this long conversation with her in the house.
Yes.
And your 2 children are sitting in the back seat of the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Alone.
Yes, ma'am.
You got where I'm going? So now I don't believe at all that he said to you, I don't have any money. I believe he gave you money because otherwise you wouldn't be sitting having a discussion with his sister about meeting up with her later at a strip club while your 2 children are sitting alone in the back of the car. We understand each other?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Pick it up from there.
At that time, he reaches and grabs me by the hair, pulling me to the floor, dragging me out the house, kicking, pulling my hair, trying to hit me, all that.
You're a trespasser in the house. First of all, I don't believe you.
I have pictures. About 10 minutes.
And how old are your children?
6 and 2.
So you left a 6 and a 2-year-old alone in the back of the car while you were discussing with his sister going to a strip club later on that evening. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a police report. Now, Mr. Fitchard.
Yes, ma'am.
She says that while she was talking to her sister, you grabbed her by the back of the hair and pulled her out of the house, kicking and screaming. Is that what happened?
No, ma'am.
You want to tell me what happened?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I asked her to leave like 3 or 4 times. Then I stood in front of her. I said, please leave. I pointed to the door 3 times. By that time, about the 3rd time, I'm cussing. I'm like, freaking leave. Okay, by that time, she go to jump up and lunge at me. When she lunge at me and go to grab me, I grab her hair and hold. And by the time I grab her hair, the whole time, it is 8 people just knowing we finna fight. As soon as she lunged at me and I grabbed her, 6 people grabbed both of us. No one of us can move. She's down because I was holding her hair, ma'am. But that's it. She's punching, kicking. Then she locked on my knee, biting me. And then eventually they pulled her off of me, and my mom and my sister and someone else escorted her to the car. I sit in the house like 3 to 5 more minutes. She is out there going crazy. Both of us wants to leave, so I tried to leave, and she pulled her car in front of mine. That's what started the altercation where I had to turn my car around.
Your car was in first. Did she pull up behind yours?
No, ma'am.
Where did she pull up, and where were the children?
The children was in the back seat. She pulled up. It's like, okay, when the driveway go, it splits like this. I was right here. She pulled on this side behind another car.
You were both free to leave at that point.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to tell you what I think, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that she started all this trouble. There's no question in my mind she started all this trouble. I think that you exercised poor judgment when she left, when she was out of the house. What you shouldn't have done is gotten into your car in an attempt to leave while she was still on the scene.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
should have waited inside or called the police, let the police come, diffuse the situation. That was a mistake, because there's no question in my mind that she started this whole,
Yes, ma'am.
this whole problem for which she's not getting rewarded.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you file for a protective order?
No, ma'am. I didn't file the protection order because of our son.
Don't tell me because. You didn't file a protective order because if you filed for a protective order, there would have been a hearing, a trial, and there were 8 witnesses to what went down that day. That's why you didn't file for a protective order or press any charges against him. Now, do you visit with your son?
When we're not fighting, like...
So this is what I'm going to suggest to both of you.
Yes, ma'am.
I think if the children live with you, the defendant should pay a regular amount in child support and have a fixed time to visit with his son on his own terms, not your terms. That means that one or both of you can go to the family court. You ask to be legally declared child's father, which is an order of filiation and a paternity order. You say, I want a fixed order of visitation. Do you work?
Yes, ma'am.
Do they pay you by check?
Yes, ma'am.
rate. You tell the court, this is what I make, this is what I earn. And you tell the court that you want them to take a support order right out of your check so that you don't have to have anything to do with her with regard to money. Okay. And you tell the court that I want a fixed order of visitation so that she doesn't dictate when you get to visit. The court tells her when.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if you don't pay the support order, then they will first take your driver's license away. They'll do all kinds of things. They'll take your tax return, and then they could put you in jail.
Yeah.
She doesn't allow you to see your son when the court tells her to. They will take the child and give him to you. Okay. That's what will happen. Now, you made a baby, and you have the responsibility to support that child, and you have the right to see that child. And he doesn't want to see you anymore. And his sister doesn't want to go to a strip club with you anymore. And you should be a little more concerned about your two children, ages 2 and 6, in the back of the car alone at 8 o'clock at night after you've already had an evening out with your friends. You should be more concerned than who he's with and what he's doing. You have no connection with him anymore. We understand each other?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
done with this case.
I'm
done. I'm done
About
with
my
this case.
counterclaim?
Your counterclaim I addressed, sir. I
Okay.
said, as unwise as it was for her to come to the house when she did, because she precipitated all this problem, it was equally as unwise for you to leave the house and get into this jockeying with cars, resulting in both cars getting damaged.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
We're done. The plaintiff is your former girlfriend. You have a child together. Child is how old?
He's 8.
Is that your only child?
No, I have 2 other children.
How old are the 2 others that you have?
I'm 12 and 19.
Did you say about 12?
No, he's 12 years old, and I have a 19-year-old daughter.
Do they live with you?
My son does, yeah, the 12-year-old.
Your 19-year-old daughter is on her own?
Yeah.
Yes, that would be yes. Okay, so you have an 8-year-old, and that's your youngest child. And did you and Miss Burke live together at any point?
No.
But you enjoy visitation with him. Is that court-ordered visitation?
No.
It's visitation that you arranged with each other.
Yes.
And when do you have the visitation?
Just every once in a while. We're going through court right now, so it'll probably be a regular visitation.
A regular visit, okay. Well, October 2nd of last year, an incident occurred. Tell me about what was the schedule for visitation on that day?
She was supposed to drop him off with me for 2 hours, and so...
What time?
I can't remember the exact
Well,
time.
this is important. You know you're coming here today because if you don't remember, I'm going to get the information from her.
Oh, okay.
She was supposed to drop him off.
Right.
Is there any reason why you weren't picking him up?
No, she was dropping him off, and I was taking him back.
Do you live far away from each other?
About 30 minutes apart.
So that was the arrangement. She was going to drop him off.
Right.
And you don't remember the time?
I don't remember exact time.
Do you remember the time?
Our arranged time didn't work out for either one of us. So he told me to give him a call before we left, and that's what I did. I just called him and told him that we were going to be on our way. That was about 4:30.
Do you remember that conversation?
Yes.
Now you do. Okay, so now I'm coming back to you. So she said we're on our way and it takes about 30 minutes to get there, which means that she should have gotten to your house at about 5 o'clock.
Right.
Did she get there at 5 o'clock? And what were you going to do with your son for those 2 hours?
We just went and hung out, and I was going to take him to the park, but he wanted to shoot. I took him to shoot a BB gun.
Did you discuss that with his mother?
No, I sent her pictures of it, so she knew what was going on.
So you sent her a picture of him shooting a BB gun. And where was your 12-year-old at the time?
He was right beside him shooting a BB gun.
And then you decided to take him home.
Yes.
But you decided to take him home a little early.
No.
No.
Are
you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, you say in your answer, I know I got that from someplace, she said, when I arrived, she was upset that I dropped him off early.
No.
That's what you said in your
Well, she said it was early, but it was way later.
What time did you drop him off?
I don't know. It was nighttime. I don't know exact time. I guess you can get that off the police.
Then I'm going to go back to her. What time did you get a call that he was bringing him back?
Oh, he was contacting me, and after 6 already telling me it was time that I needed to get home, that we were... It wasn't until about 7:30.
That's very confusing to me, what you just said. That was a mumble. What time did he call you to say he was leaving? Or
he was
text
text
you?
messaging me from 6:30 on.
So from 6:30, and he had visitation for 2 hours.
I told him I would come pick him up at about 9:15.
Oh, so when you dropped him off, you said to him, I'll pick him up.
And I text messaged him also.
No, don't text. What was your initial arrangement? You see, what he says is you dropped him off so that he could have visit, but you really wanted to drop him off so that you would have some free time.
Yeah.
To have a date or whatever, which, Mr. Kelsey,
Yes.
is okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right? That's okay.
Right.
You're not together anymore. She can have a date, and you
Right.
can be a babysitter.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, so I'm going to come back to you. Did you get the message from her, either verbally or by text, that she would pick him up at about 8:45?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But I already had my day planned, and I had things to do, and I was supposed to.
Just a second. What did you have to do?
Well, the agreement.
Between, not the agreement. What did you have to do?
What I was helping somebody move that night. That ain't a
Who?
good. Huh?
Huh, is not an answer.
I didn't-
What was the name of the person that you were
Oh, his
going to
name
help
was
to
Bob.
move that
Is
night?
it-
Bob what? Bob what? Get on your phone and give me the number. Get on your
Okay.
phone and give me this Bob's number. Because I'm going to call Bob. And you know what I don't like?
What's that?
I don't like to get up from this bench and go back to the phone. If Bob isn't going to tell me, I don't know what he's talking about moving. I haven't moved.
You want me to call him, you're saying? Okay.
No, I'm going to call him.
Oh, you
Look
can
at
call
me,
him.
Mr. Kelsey.
And it was Bob.
Look at me.
Yes.
Say, I'm sorry, that was the wrong night. I wasn't helping anybody move.
I'm sorry that was the wrong
Say
night.
to me, I'm sorry, that was the wrong night. I wasn't helping anybody move.
Why am I saying that?
Because
Okay, I'm sorry, that was the wrong night. I wasn't
Right.
helping anybody move.
Okay. So
I don't understand
now
why I'm saying
she
that.
was. Hey, I'm way ahead of you. I know exactly what it's all
Okay.
about. Put your phone away. Put it down now. I've been doing family court work for 40 years.
Have you?
I know exactly who you are, and I know exactly what she is. She wanted an evening out. She has. How many children do you have?
One.
One, an 8-year-old. So, be nice if the child was with his father for one night. She didn't have to worry about him. Maybe could have a date. And she said, and even though you were only supposed to have him, according to you, for 2 hours, I assume it's not a burden to have your 8-year-old son, sir?
No, it's not at all.
And you were out shooting BBs with him from 5 to 6. Did you give him dinner?
Yeah, he ate.
Yeah, just a second. Not what I asked you. Did you give him dinner?
Yes.
Okay. From when to when?
I don't know. I wasn't sitting and watching the clock the whole
Okay.
time I had him.
Now I know exactly who you are.
Who?
I know exactly who you are.
You do.
So when she texted you and said, I'll pick him up at 8:45, which is what you agreed to, because she's got that on her phone, what did you say to her?
I said, that wasn't the agreement. You said 2 hours. I said, I'll be bringing him back. She didn't text me like that. She said, I'll be bringing him back when I'm done going out and partying. That's what she said.
She said she'll pick him up.
Huh?
Not you'll drop him off. She said she'll
Yeah,
pick
she'll
him up.
pick him up, but that
Just a
wasn't the
second.
agreement.
I know it wasn't your agreement. I'm just trying to figure out, sir, why you think that spending an extra 2 hours with your son is a burden.
It wasn't a burden.
What was the trouble? If you were supposed to have him from 5 to 7, and she said, I'll pick him up, so you don't have to drive a half hour there and a half hour back, I'll pick him up from your house. I don't understand why you had a problem with that.
I didn't have a problem with it.
Then why did you take him home?
Well, because the 2 hour agreement was
just a
passed,
second.
and I
Then
took
why?
him home like 3 hours later.
Just a second. We're not talking about agreement.
Okay.
Then if she said, I'll pick him up, why did you bring him home?
Because it was time for him to go home.
Okay, I got you. So I said, I got you. So what time did you get him home?
I thought it was almost around 9 o'clock.
No.
Okay.
Just a second. You thought it was 9. What time was it?
7:30.
Okay. So at 7:30, you drove him home.
Yes.
Now, since you seem to have a memory loss about the times in the evening, because that's exactly what it was, because you said, I'm supposed to have him for 2 hours. Not more than 2 hours, 2 hours, and I'm not babysitting with him while you go out, while you have a good time, while you have somebody in your house. I'm not doing that, so I'm bringing him home at when we said in our agreement. Oh. Just for my own information, Mr. Kelsey, prior to October 2nd, when had you last spent time with your son?
Well, every time I go.
Shh. I need a date.
I don't know.
Prior to October 2nd.
Okay.
When had you spent time with him? That would be sometime in September. When in September?
September 31st.
Is that right?
It was about 2 years prior that
2 years?
that you had taken him,
She's not.
that he had taken him and had some one-on-one time. He's talking about just swinging by.
I'm not talking
That's
about
not-
swinging by.
I
I'm
was-
talking about.
I wanted him to have one-on-one time.
Just a second. Don't tell me what you wanted. You want a little time out. That's okay. You know, that's okay. That's fine.
These
And
texts
that's
she's
you.
saying I'm sending, do you know, she gets on a text messaging app
I
that makes
want
these
to
texts
know
up. You
when
know that,
was
right?
the last
I've got my
time.
phone records.
When
Well,
was
good, get the phone records.
I want to know when was the last time prior to October 2nd that you prepared dinner for your son at your house?
Prepare dinner for him at my house?
That's my question.
I've never prepared dinner at my house for him. She hasn't ever at her house either. She don't know how to cook.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't.
Very good. I actually had enough with him. This is what your case is about. You allege that when he drove your son home at 7:30, there was a kerfuffle. You were annoyed that he brought him home at 7:30. He was annoyed because of him, whatever, and you allege that he scratched your car.
Yes.
I want you to tell me how that transpired.
So he was text messaging me, be home. I pulled up and I stayed out.
You pulled up where?
In front of my home.
So you come home and you pull up in front of your house.
Right. And I didn't even get out. I stayed in my vehicle because I figured Jackson had not eaten. So I was going to just take off after he dropped him off. So he comes speeding around the corner and slams on his brakes. Now we're, like nose to nose. And I get out of my vehicle to go to the passenger side to get Jackson out of the car. And he, at that time, exited his vehicle. So now we're crossing paths. Jackson had fallen asleep. So I was waking him up. I look over and he's all leaned into my car. Ryan is. And I didn't know what he was getting. And most likely my phone, he takes things. I didn't know.
Don't tell me most likely. You saw him leaning into your car.
Yes. So I grabbed his keys out of the ignition of the car he was driving and I tossed them into the middle of the road to get him out of my car. And he then grabs my keys and he gets out of my vehicle and tosses them as hard as he could into an empty lot.
Okay, so you threw his keys into the road, he threw your keys into an empty lot.
Correct.
So far, that's pretty consistent with what I read in both the complaint and the answer. Go ahead.
So I tell my son, baby, he's awake now, baby, go sit up on the porch. I had to get my keys to get the house key. I went towards the empty lot to find my keys, and Ryan was, yelling pretty derogatory terms to me, and I turn around, and that's when I saw him. He was coming around the passenger side front fender, and he gets something out of his pocket and did this motion like a knife, I thought, and he goes across my front driver's side.
Do you have pictures of your car?
I do.
I'd like to take a look at them. And I'd like to see the police report as well.
Okay, there's pictures and there's the police report.
Did you ever file criminal charges?
He asked if I wanted to press charges, and I said yes.
And you said yes. Other than the contact that was made by the police on the 2nd, were you ever contacted by the police again?
No.
With regard to this?
No, she dropped the charges the next day.
No,
I
sure.
didn't.
Show me.
Did she drop the charges?
Yeah.
How would I have that? The police?
Well,
I never got a warrant.
Then you don't know what happened.
Well, a warrant never came out for me.
That doesn't mean she dropped the charges, sir.
Well, she told me the next day she dropped the charges.
I didn't know.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You are such a liar.
Then how come I never got charged for it?
Because they may have had other things to do than get in between you two idiots who had a fight in front of your 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to pay for the scratches on the car, you fool.
Every time I go around her, there's a fight.
Fool.
Hey, would you like to see some of her text messages to me?
No, I don't want to
got
see any text messages from her.
Some
I
things
think
here
you're a
that'll
big
change your mind about her.
I think you're a big baby. Judging for the
I wish
plaintiff
I
in
could
the
play a
amount
couple
of $549. We're done. Mr. Guidron, this used to be your friend or your girlfriend or a casual acquaintance that you met on the internet?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you had, according to you, a short relationship. Is that where you met him, on the internet?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. It's your claim that she vandalized your car once you ended the relationship. That's what the case is about. She vandalized your car by keying it. Ms. Perez, while she sort of acknowledges she was in the general vicinity of where your car was, said that she never touched your car. That's probably because you have a lousy character and many female enemies that somebody did that. So I want to ask you a few questions, and then I'm going to Ms. Perez because I've read her answer very carefully. You did write an answer truthfully, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. You met Ms. Perez when? Month and year?
It was May the 26th, 2016.
And when was the first time you met her in person?
It was the same day, actually, that I met her online.
Okay, well, life is different, now. It's kind of hard for me to relate to that. I know it's equally as hard for Officer Byrd to relate to that kind of meeting. We usually met people when we were at a social or a basketball game. Friends introduce you. My girlfriend has a best friend, would be perfect for you. So this is all relatively new to us. So you met her, you saw a picture of her online, you were enamored with the picture. Clearly she liked your picture and you met that day. That was the 26th of May.
Yes.
When did you and Miss Perez cease being friends?
It was like 2 weeks after that. So it would be like about June 19 or June 18. That's when like everything just like I decided like I didn't want to be.
Try not to use like.
Okay, I'll stop.
Just try. I know it's very hard because I have grandchildren, but try not to use filler words. You stopped seeing her, it wasn't like June 19th, it was on June 19th.
Yeah.
Good. And you stopped seeing her because?
Because her friend reached out to me telling me how she is, and pretty much she was just showing the fake person, like identity of herself.
So you believed somebody else about her?
Yes.
Now, between May 26th and June 19th, and I'm asking these questions for a reason, did you have an intimate relationship with her?
Yes.
Did Miss Perez ever tell you that in this 3-week period of time that she was pregnant?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. On what date did she tell you she was pregnant?
I don't remember, but it was on a Monday on June.
Now, Ms. Perez, I'm going to ask you just a couple of questions.
Go for it, Your Honor.
You agree that you met on May 26th?
Yes.
Do you agree that you last saw him in any sort of social relationship on June 19th?
No.
When did you last see him?
Like August?
Not like August.
Okay, on August, but I'm not really sure what exact day it was. I just know it was in the middle of the week.
Where did you see him?
At his house.
So you spent time at his house?
Yes.
And you're positive it was August?
Yes.
Okay. And you're positive it was June?
Yes.
On what date did you have this incident with your car?
It was on Labor Day, September 6th.
Your Honor, I would actually...
Shh.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have a police report?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'd like to take a look at it.
Both of them?
Yeah, all three of them. This should be 3.
Thank you. Okay, so the police report dated June 15th, where you complained that she was harassing you. That had nothing to do with keying the car.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So, Ms. Perez, let's get back to you.
Yeah.
You said that you last were at his house in August. That's clearly untrue. He complained to the police in this narrative on June 15th. June 15th, not August 15th. He said, I asked Mr. Guadron what happened. This is the police officer, and he told me he arrived home at about 0010 hours. After he parked his vehicle in his driveway, he heard a vehicle turn from the street. He looked toward the vehicle and noticed it was a white Honda with paper plates. He knew his ex-girlfriend, Sabrina Olivia. Is that your name?
Oliva.
Oliva. So why do you use Perez?
That's my mother's maiden last name.
Great. He knew his ex-girlfriend, Sabrina Oliva, had a similar car. He got into his car and followed the Honda Civic as it drove away. He caught up with the vehicle and saw Oliva driving the vehicle. He recorded the incident on his cell phone. He returned home and contacted the police. He told me he dated Oliva for about a month. He broke up with her, and we're talking in June, not August, and he told me she has been harassing him ever since. I called her on the phone, this is the police officer, and asked her what happened. She told me she dropped off her friend who lives on Maple Street. Is that you?
No, that's not me.
Is that you? So that person's not here. The person that's his friend that you became best friends who lives right across the street. That's what you say in your answer. To me, after the plaintiff cut me out of his life, I became friends with his best friend who lives right across the street from me.
Can I say something, Your Honor? There's 2 different friends. That friend this is a friend that I was sleeping with. The other friend I was actual friends, mutual friends that they went to high school with.
So we have June. So you want to rethink the last time you had social contact with him?
I don't recall exactly what time. I just remember after that whole incident, me and him, some way, somehow we made up and we made an agreement that we would still have sexual relations without any...
Okey-dokey. All right. Now, and then he reported the vandalism On June 13th, he reported 4 tires were slashed. That was on June 13th. Where is the report of the keying of the car?
The officer didn't write a report. It should be in the bag.
Oh, the call.
Yeah.
The call.
Yeah, he didn't report
Got
as a
it.
criminal.
And this call came in on September 8th.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to turn to you. Now I've got some idea of what's going on and who's a lunatic and who's not. So you want to tell me on the date of this incident, which was what date? September 6th. You were at a friend's house.
Yes.
And what's his friend's name?
It's Isaiah's and Joelle.
You went to Isaiah's house. And at some point, Isaiah asked you to leave, according to you.
Yes.
And the reason he asked you to leave is because the plaintiff was coming to the party.
Mm-hmm.
No, uh-huh.
Yes.
That would be a yes. So he said to you, I really think it's a good idea that you leave because, what's your first name? So he said to you, I really think it's a good idea that you leave because, what's your first name?
Brian.
Brian is coming. I don't think it's a good idea that you be here. Now, when you left, did you leave by car?
Yes.
Where did you go?
Across the street to my house.
So you got into your car to drive to your house across the street?
Mm-hmm. He lives in like a high-rise building, and then I lived in condos. I lived in a condo like right next door. It's like a gated condo. So I can't just walk there.
And you went to your house?
Yes.
At what time?
Around 11:30.
In the morning or at night?
Night.
Was anybody home when you got home?
Yes.
Who?
My father.
But then you decided to go back out again.
Mm-hmm.
Not that's not
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
And where did you go?
I went back
to Isaiah's house.
Isaiah's house.
At what time?
It was really very shortly after that, like around 11:45.
So you went home for 15 minutes and then you went back to
Yes.
Isaiah's house. And in order to get back to Isaiah's house, you had to go to your parking space, get your car.
Yes.
Go to Isaiah's house, who lives in a high-rise, find a parking space.
No, there's where everyone parks. It's just like a big parking lot.
And what did you do there?
They asked me to come back. And,
who asked you to come back?
Isaiah's.
Isaiah called you. Isaiah called you.
Texted.
Texted. I'd like to see that.
Oh, I deleted all of their messages.
Why would you do that?
We were all arguing. There was a big fight after that.
Well, that would be all the more reason to hold on to the text messages.
I have a couple of screenshots of when Brian reached out to me about the whole incident, but I went back there mostly we were all friends. I mean, I made mutual friends.
You weren't friends. They asked you to leave. When you came back and you drove over there, did you go back into just pay attention. Did you go back into the house? Just a second.
No, I didn't. I picked up another friend of his.
Just a second. You did not go into the house.
I didn't.
Well, which friend texted you?
Joelle.
Joelle texted you?
Yeah.
I'd like to see it.
I don't have anything of that.
Okay. You have a recording or whatever
Yes.
of the defendant,
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Oliva,
Yes.
admitting that she keyed your car?
I have the text messages. The video
I'd like to see it.
Yeah. This is a video pretty much showing how aggressive she could be.
I don't want the video. I don't care.
Okay.
I want to see the text message of her
Here
on
you
your
go.
phone, not the piece of paper.
Here you go. It's from here on.
And while I'm looking at that, would you give me an estimate on photographs of the keying of your car?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
What?
I just wanted to point out that when he reached out to me because I have a copy of it too, at 1:50, that was the first time that I have heard from him in months. So main reason why I mostly responded back, as you can see, is I didn't even talk about the car.
Just a second. You just said that this is the first time you had heard from him in months. This isn't
not in months.
This is in September. You told me that you broke up with him in August.
We didn't break up in August. We broke up earlier than that, but we were still having sexual relationships after that.
Just a second, but according to you, you told him early on that you were pregnant within the first couple of weeks. How does somebody know they're pregnant within the first couple of weeks of a relationship?
I found out I was pregnant in June 4th, 2016, which I have a picture of my pregnancy test with the date on it.
Listen to me carefully, brain trust. You acknowledge that you met him on May 26th. So if you were pregnant and it showed on June 4th that you were pregnant, not possible.
The doctor even confirmed it.
Oh, you could be pregnant, but he's not the father. Fool. So the car belongs to who, your mother?
Yes, my mother.
Okay. Who are you?
Sabrina's friend.
Stand up. When you say friend, a friend? A
Friend.
boyfriend?
No, just friend.
You've been her friend for a long time?
Few months.
Few months.
Months, yeah.
You still living at home with your father?
No, Your Honor.
Who do you live with?
Just roommates, big house roommates.
How do you support yourself?
My mother pays my bills.
Your mother pays you bills, but you were living with your father.
My father took me back in after I broke up with him just because he
You broke up with him, you were with him for 2 weeks.
Well, yeah. After we ended our little fling, he had girls try to get back at
Listen
me.
to me, I don't care.
I know you don't.
don't care.
I know
I
you
don't
don't.
care. I'm asking
I know
you,
you don't.
live with your father, but your mother pays your bills. And I'm just questioning that.
Yeah, my mom pays my bills.
Great. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,800. We're finished.
What is that, excuse me, Mr.
Mr. McDonald, I'm going to start with you, sir.
Okay.
You and Miss Perez worked at the same place. You were the manager of the place where you worked. What kind of facility was that?
It's a check cashing.
You were the manager, and what role did you have there? You were selling a car.
I was assistant manager.
That is correct.
And Miss Perez and you came to an agreement that she was going to purchase the car. When was that, Mr. McDonald?
We started talking about it probably about August 11th, 2016.
Did she purchase it in August of 2016?
Yes, she did.
And she gave you a down payment?
That is correct.
How much?
$2,500.
And the agreement was she was going to pay you $200 a month.
The agreement was that she would give me $100 every payday, which would be $200 per month, some months $300.
And in the month of September, did the payment start immediately in September, or were they delayed until October?
No, ma'am, they started till October 1st was her first payment.
Did she make a payment in October?
Yes, she did.
Did she make a payment in November?
Yes, she did. It was late.
Okay, but she made a payment in November.
That's correct.
Did she make a payment in December?
No.
Do you have any proof that you made a payment in December?
No.
Then you didn't make the payment in December. Why did you not make the payment in December?
I spoke with Larry and I let him know that my daughter, we had a situation out of town, and he was okay with me not making a payment. And I told him I'll make up for it in January.
Did you make a payment in January?
Yes, I did.
Did she make a payment in January?
In January, yes.
Okay, January what?
January 19th.
And how much did she give you in January?
$200.
Had she had a discussion with you in December about some emergency that she had?
She had a discussion with me to tell me that she needed time off work to take her daughter back to see her aunt, and that she would be back at a time, but did not.
Did she tell you anything? Well, you must have asked her what about the car payment for December.
Yes, and she said she was going to be making it.
And she did not?
No.
In January, however, she made the payment on the 19th.
That's correct.
And on that same day, when she made the payment, you repossessed the car. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you didn't tell her when she made the payment to you that you were repossessing the car because you knew, according to you, that she was going to be fired from her job the following week. Is that correct? That's what you say.
That's correct, but the fact is that she only had made, up to January 19th, had made 2 payments, so she was 6 payments behind.
No,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, she
Not
was.
according to you.
No?
I just asked you those questions, sir. I said, did she make a payment to you in October?
Which
You
she
said
did,
you were
one
paid.
payment. You asked me if she made a payment, and I said yes, she made one. She made 1 payment in November.
Of how much?
$100 each, both times.
So she made $200, and she was supposed to pay you how much?
$400.
$400 a month.
That's-
so $200.
No, okay, let me back up. October, she should have paid me $200, $100 for each pay period.
Just a second. So she paid you $200.
No,
How much did she pay you?
$100.
Okay, so she only made 1 payment in
That is
October.
correct.
Got it. Now I got it. You have proof that you made 2 payments in October. Question. There's a question before you. Did you make 2 payments in October?
No.
In November, how many payments did she make?
1 payment of $100.
Do you have proof that you made 2 payments in November? Because you were supposed to make 2 a month, right? Well, then he had every right to repossess your car. Because what he said was, initially, I said, well, if she made her payments in October and November, she missed December, but then she paid in January. She gave him $200 in January, and he took the car back right after the payment. That sounds a little sketchy. But you didn't pay him in October. You didn't pay him in November because you owed him money in both October and November. You didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't pay him in January until January 19th. What did you expect him to do?
No,
Give you a gold star?
I did make 2 payments, but I made 1 payment in October.
You made a payment of how much? $100.
In October, no, 135 plus 115 because we went half on the thermostat that went out. So I made a payment.
Listen to me. I don't care about the thermostat that went out. You were supposed to pay him $100 a pay period.
Yes.
How many payments did you make him?
I made one payment of $250 in October.
$250. Show me.
I can show you the text that I text them, and I can't show you because
November.
Nope.
Well, you knew you were coming to court today, madam. This is your case. What you're suing him for is
all my
the
evidence
money.
was in the Jeep. I had receipts like this in the Jeep. I didn't think my Jeep was going to get taken, so I don't have evidence. I don't want to say yes, I did when I can't come here and prove it to you. But everything's in the Jeep.
No, there wasn't.
Shh.
Sorry.
Shh.
There was nothing in the Jeep that was not given back to her. Everything that was in the Jeep is.
Sorry, Miss Perez.
Your Honor, there is a few things that.
Sorry, Miss Perez. He didn't steal the vehicle. He repossessed the car because you hadn't been making payments to him as you were supposed to make payments to him while you were working for him.
Yep.
And then you were going to get fired, so we knew for sure you weren't going to make any payments.
And
Yet,
she also
you didn't
wasn't
make payments when you were working and getting paid at all in December.
It was just December. I made
No.
payments.
You have no proof that you made all your payments in October or November.
And she had her insurance canceled 4 different times through this whole
No,
thing.
I didn't.
I've got evidence.
Doesn't matter. She has no case. Now, you have a counterclaim.
That is correct.
Your counterclaim is for damage to the vehicle and impound fees.
That is correct.
What impound fees?
Because she reported the car stolen, and the car wasn't stolen, she was told that.
Just a second. Did you give her notice that you would repossess the car?
I told her that I took the car when I paid her off.
And when was that?
That was the following Tuesday. Because of the fact.
Just a second. When had she reported the car stolen? That was immediately.
The 20th.
So then you have to pay the impound fees.
But the Sacramento Police Department said the report should have never been taken.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me what anybody said to you.
I'm just.
You had the car while she was at work. You had the car repossessed. You didn't tell her about it that day. She comes out. She looks for her car. Her car's not there. She reports it stolen. She doesn't find out until later, till after you paid her off, days later, that you actually had the car. So if the car was impounded because she reported it stolen, you should have told her immediately. That's all. Now, money owed for damaged vehicle. Tell me how the vehicle was damaged.
Well, there was one damage to the right driver's door, which my witness is the first one that saw it.
Just a second. All you have to do is show me a picture.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have recordings with their insurance saying he didn't know where the vehicle was.
Just a second.
He had no.
Listen, you have no case. You didn't make your payments.
I just don't. I made payments. I just don't have proof.
I'm sorry.
Because it was repossessed and he's not going to give me his credit card statement. If you get his credit card statement, it will
Madam,
show.
You acknowledge you made no payments in December and you didn't make any payments until January 19th. For January.
No.
And that has nothing to do with
January
October and November.
was for December that I talked to him about. In October and November, I only made 1 payment. You asked me if I made 2. And I do have proof. I mean, and it's.
You don't have proof.
I don't, because he's repossessed his car, which has all my evidence in it. How's that fair to me?
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate that he lied to everybody.
Next time, keep better evidence.
Yes.
I can't see what you're pointing to, sir. I can't see what this is.
You can see the dent right in the center of the picture. Can I?
Talking about here?
And here's the.
You're talking about
right there.
here?
Insured payments. I've been paying insurance. Proof.
I don't care if you've been paying insurance. You weren't paying him.
Yeah. I was.
You have proof that you're paying insurance. Yeah. You should have proof that you were paying him. How did the car get dented here?
I don't know. I wasn't pointed out it. He pointed out to me. Oh, well, actually, Marie pointed out to me. And I told him when I was on the freeway, I heard a dink, but didn't notice anything until she pointed it out. It looks like a rock or a ball, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure it might have been on there before.
Just a second. You saw this dent?
Yeah.
Good. Stand up. Did you see how it happened?
No.
No. She doesn't know how it happened either.
But I know the car how it was when Larry gave it to her. Mm-hmm. And so when I came to work and it was literally 70 feet away from me, I said, what is that dent?
What? It looks like somebody hit a car door onto hers.
That's
what it looks like.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there was an accident. It
No.
looked like somebody hit their car door into hers.
Or it looks like
or a
someone
ball,
took a
or a
foot.
ball, right?
Something.
That's what. So, what do you want? Your case is dismissed. Your counterclaim is for the missed payments.
No.
No?
My countersuit is for the insurance to fix the vehicle.
Why is mine dismissed?
Why?
I just told you why. I told you 4 times because you have no proof that you paid him in October and November what you were supposed to pay him. You acknowledge you didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't offer a payment until almost the end of January. Don't speak. That's why your case is dismissed. He had every right to repossess the car. Do you understand? Use the $2,500 deposit to fix the door. You got it? Perfect. We're done. Well, this is actually a pretty confusing car case, even for me. So maybe, Mr. Cormier, you can make it easier for me. You purchased a car from Mr. Bolsh. When? Month, day, and year.
It was September 18th, 2014.
And you had not known him before.
No, ma'am.
Mr. Bolsh, what kind of work do you do, sir?
I'm in the oil field, oil and gas.
And do you have your own company or do you work for somebody?
No, ma'am, it's my own company.
And how long have you had that company?
10 years.
Prior to that, did you work for someone else?
No, ma'am, I had another company.
Same kind of business?
Yes, ma'am.
Different location?
Yes, ma'am, Laredo, Texas.
Mr. Bolsh, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. I just want to figure out who you are. Who is this young man?
This is my son.
You live with your son? Do you have family or other children?
Yes, ma'am, I have 5 sons and 3 daughters, and 2 foster kids, David and Diana.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony, Mr. Bosch?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever been convicted of a misdemeanor, Mr. Bosch?
No, ma'am.
I'm asking you these simple questions because somehow Mr. Cormier seems to think that you scammed him out of a car that you sold to him on the 18th of September, 2014. So I'm trying to get an idea of who you are and whether this is something that was a typical thing for you to do. Now, what kind of a car did you sell him, Mr. Bosch?
It was a Mustang.
Had you had it for a long time?
A couple of years.
How old was it?
I guess it was around 10 years old.
And how much did you sell it for to Mr. Cormier?
$3,500.
So far, we are correct, Mr. Cormier. So far, correct. And you didn't know him before?
No, ma'am.
You saw the car parked in the street?
No, I bought it off of Craigslist.
And you looked at it. And when you went, you gave him cash for it?
Yes, ma'am.
He doesn't deny that he gave him cash, and he gave you the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Did he also give you the title to the car?
Yes, ma'am.
So you had the car and the title.
Yes, ma'am.
And it was titled in his name?
Yes, ma'am.
And he signed the title over to you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now you can pick it up from there.
I can probably need a little bit of help. I got incarcerated about 4 days afterwards. It was at my mom's house, and she was trying to sell it. She knows a little bit more as far as details.
Fine. So you were incarcerated for how long?
14 or 15 months.
So you don't know what happened to the car after 14 or 15 months yourself?
No, ma'am.
But you were in touch with your mother for
Yes,
those
ma'am.
14 or 15 months. Okay. Now step up. Your last name is?
Cormier.
All right, Miss Cormier. Now, your son is incarcerated for a year and a half. He has this Mustang that he has just purchased for $3,500. Pick up the story. Why is Mr. Bosch here today?
About a week or so after my son was incarcerated, I think it started raining. The Mustang had holes in the roof, and I had no key to it. The key was with my son down in Galveston, about 250 miles away. He suggested I contact Mr. Bolsh to see if he have a spare key, which he did. We met at his office, got the spare key. I explained to him I wasn't really sure about what I was going to do with the title. I needed to know the disposition of my son's case, if I would put it in my name, if I was going to sell it. You know, there was lots of different variables going on. And so we had faxed each other, had called each other on the cell phone. I got the key back.
Bottom line is your son never registered the car in his name before he was incarcerated.
Right.
The title is in your son's name.
Correct.
And you did not register the car.
No, ma'am.
Okay. And he, Mr. Bolsh, gave you the spare key that you requested.
Mm-hmm.
What's next?
Probably a month or so later, my son's girlfriend, a friend of hers who lived with her dad, wanted to buy the vehicle on payments. And then about a month or so later, and I relayed that to Mr. Bolsh.
He has nothing to do with it.
No, he doesn't, but I just wanted to let him know what was going on.
Well, I don't know why. I don't know why. There would be no reason to let him know somebody else wanted to buy the car.
Right.
On payments. And the car is no longer his. He has turned over the title to your son.
I'm assuming, I thought maybe he may want to know why he hadn't received they send a copy of the title, I think.
Oh, you mean because it had not been taken out of his name yet, despite the fact that he had turned it over to you. If you or this girl that was wanted to buy it on payments drove around with it and didn't register it, if the car got into an accident, his business is liable. He's liable. His children are liable. His family is liable. So you...
It was a courtesy on my part, I believe, too.
It wasn't a courtesy. The right thing to do had been to register the car so that he, who had sold you the car, no longer has any liability. Now it's your liability or your son's liability. But then you were going to increase his liability by selling the car to someone who wanted to buy it on payments. Did you sell it to that person?
I never fully got to. He asked to take it to a shop, which he did. He gave me $300 or $400, and I haven't seen it. This person named Adam. He lived with my son's girlfriend's father. He did his paperwork, his books. He took it to a shop in a little town, supposedly outside of San Antonio, to his shop to have it looked at. I haven't seen it since. He was arrested soon after that.
And?
Well, that's the car.
Just a second.
And so I started looking for it.
Just a second.
I started looking for the vehicle. I've got search results. I drove around looking for it.
So now, because of both of your irresponsible behavior, I'm just following this because of both of yours, his and yours. I don't care about the car. You have a businessman who's got a gaggle of children that he supports. If this car is in an accident and kills somebody, if this car gets tickets, if this car has any involvement with the police authorities, they're coming after him. Outrageous, actually. Not malicious. I don't think you did it maliciously. But you do have to recognize that you exposed him. Now you're suing him. You have the Mustang back?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever get the Mustang back?
I never saw the Mustang after he took it.
So why are we here?
Because when I found the Mustang on Craigslist in July of 2015, I called the Pflugerville where it was. I called the police department. They said because it wasn't in my name, I needed to go to the DMV and get a certified copy of it, which I did the next day. On the certified copy, and I've got copies of it, I have on May 1st, 2015, Mr. Bolch went and applied for a duplicate title, and he stated on there, okay. And then on May 15th, he resold it to a Freddie. He resold a vehicle that was not his.
Well, somebody with his name did that, and maybe it was Adam.
Adam is in jail. He's in prison.
Just a second. Or maybe Adam's mother. Oh, who knows?
Looks the same.
No, ma'am. I'm sorry.
I'll take a look. Did you resell the car?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Did you apply for a duplicate title?
Yes, I did.
Okay, when? Tell me when you applied for a duplicate title and why.
I guess that was May 1st, 2015.
Yes.
And my son David can, he was at this time involved.
Just a second.
Okay.
Do you know what happened with the duplicate title?
Yes, ma'am. Once we got the duplicate.
Why did you get a duplicate title?
She had called us.
You mean Mrs. Cormier?
Mrs. Cormier had called us, informed us that she had lost the title. No. Once that had happened, my dad had then gone to the DMV.
Just a second. She said she lost the title.
Yes, ma'am. She said.
Oh, just a second. Well, if you gave Adam the car to take to his shop, listen to me carefully, Ms. Cormier.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
If you gave Adam the car to take to his shop just to look at it, you would not have given Adam the title to the car.
No.
I'd like to see the title to the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, one of the things you're supposed to do, Mr. Bosch, is put in the date of the sale, because you signed this, as did Mr. Keith Cormier, but you didn't put in the date of this sale. It's a good idea that you do that. Okay, so now she has her copy of this.
Original.
So now my question is, why would she call you for a duplicate title? Go ahead.
Mrs. Cormier had then informed us that her son Keith was driving, and the title flew out the window. That is the story that we got. We didn't ask no questions about it. We said, okay, but once we get this duplicate, we expect this car to be changed over.
Now, my question to you is, did she ever tell you that her son was incarcerated?
She did. We then asked if we could switch the title in her name. She made the date. She said, next Tuesday I'll be free. When she said that, we waited. We worked 2 blocks from the DMV. We said, we'll drive you over, we'll sign everything over there, and you can get it done. She never appeared on that date. She called 2 weeks later, and then we rescheduled it again. She did this a number of times, and she never appeared while it's still registered in Dad's name.
It's no longer registered in your name?
Not no more.
Now, is it registered in the name of either of these 2 people? Do you know?
No.
No.
Do you know that it's not?
Yes.
In whose name is the car registered?
Freddie?
And do you know who that is?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is it?
It is a fellow who contacted me. He ran our license plate because the car was impounded twice.
Car was impounded?
Impounded twice. He contacted me, said he traded his car. He's about 17 at this time, and at the time that he contacted me. Said he traded his car. They took his car and some money and gave him that car with no title. So he ended up getting pulled over, and they asked him who Bill Balch was.
Do you remember the date of the call from Freddie?
It was around May 15th, because that's the day that we transferred. So it was about a 15-day stretch.
May 15th of what year?
2015.
Did you ever receive any impound bills for your car?
No, ma'am.
Where had the car been impounded?
Once was with her son, Freddie, in San Antonio. That's where the car was impounded at. I don't know if they parked it. All I know is we got a phone call, and Mrs. Cormier was trying to get it out of impound.
I think it was a guy.
I believe everything he says. I believe everything he says.
Wow.
Right, good. So I don't know where your car is. You should take responsibility. You got busted. Your mother did not take appropriate caution so that Mr. Bosch had no responsibility for your car. You didn't take proper precaution. Your son didn't take proper precaution. And I find that neither one of these 2 people had anything to do with getting your car impounded, getting the title transferred, and reselling it. I don't see any evidence of that. None. Your case is dismissed. We're
Hold on,
done.
ma'am. I have a picture right here that shows that the car is parked in front of my mom's house, October 2015.
We are done.
Why is